Yo, okay. Hopefully, the mic doesn't fuck up anymore. My headphones caused the song to fucking stop playing, which is sad. It was a good song, but you know how it is. Sorry, I have to clear my throat, dude. Oh my god, it is so fucking hot and humid. I hate Connecticut so much. Connecticut is so humid, guys. It is so bad. So bad over here. It's wild. Okay. Oh, there's me. There I am. There I am. All right. Hopefully nothing bad happens this stream. I know a lot of the tryers are getting screwed over on YouTube. So hopefully nothing bad happens to me. But we will see. I tried to display stuff. Did the carrot shops get looted? No. Actually, where I'm at, it's been pretty peaceful. We had protests. They've been pretty peaceful protests. Nothing bad happened. So that's good. The thing that's kind of funny is my local Whole Foods overreacting. Already prepared the plywood, boarded up the whole store and all this stuff, and everyone I've seen on social media were kind of dunking on them like, oh, this is uh ridiculous. This is ridiculous that that happened. And oh my god, Red Delta fucking got me, dude. But anyways, the Whole Foods that's near me, like they boarded it up and and it's like, dude, like the protests were nowhere near where that Whole Foods is, and the protests have been successfully peaceful. Like there's been no like violence to it. So I mean, like we don't even have a curfew, so it's wild. Anyways, let's read DSP's Twitter because this will be important for later. How do you feel about Cat's sister going? That Twitter account, I'm skeptical. I won't believe it until she breaks in and comes on the face cam and says, "Hey guys, it's me." Because anyone could say whatever on Twitter. I could make an account that says I'm Kat Burnell and be like, "Hey guys, Phil is a loser," and people will can believe it if they want. But uh, I mean, I am just skeptical with it. I won't believe it until I see like more stuff. Like because she says, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Seattle," and it's like, "Oh yeah, hey, if you go to the Burnell household and you show up on stream, I'll believe it." But till then, skeptical. Uh, so that's how I feel about it. She needs to show up on stream. She needs to show up on the face cam and be like, "Yo, man, it's me." Then I'll believe it. Anyways, let's read this these tweets because it will be important for the pre-stream we will be watching. Man, it's hard to believe that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has been out for a year already. At least it seems that way. This year has really screwed up the very concept of time, and we're only starting June. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I did not read the "at least it seems that way" part of that tweet. So you know what? DSP kinda has the okay, fine. People misread the tweet, but it is insane how he reacts to it. So people misread the tweet, thought that he was being literal, whatever, right? Okay. He retweets his tweet. The best part about the response to this tweet is that the tweet explains itself, but so many people are eager to prove me wrong. Constantly that the tweet explains itself, but so many people are eager to prove me wrong constantly that they miss that fact. There aren't enough face bombs for all of you. This is such a like a bitch ass pose to do. People misread the tweet. And it happens. I mean, people misread tweets all the time. It's a human thing. Now, what is what's lame about this is that this guy reads tweets that has so many typos or that whatever, and he reads it so literally, and he's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? But when people do it to him, you guys are fucking idiots. Now imagine if DSP misreads a cheer or tip and doesn't understand it, right? And then someone says, "Oh my God, Phil, you're so stupid. You couldn't figure it out, man. I don't have enough face palms for you, man." I bet you DSP would ban him. DSP would either ban the cheer from cheering because that's negative, or anything. So it's really dumb for him to flex on this. But again, like DSP, like everything else with DSP, it's there's like a beep. Uh, Oh, it's a truck outside. Oh, we might have some lawnmowers, dude. Um, like everything else with DSP, it's all a one-way conversation. So only he can dunk on you, but you can't dunk on him. Very positive, a very positive individual. So then he says, 2020 has been the most surreal, almost unreal year. Between mounting social and political unrest and the COVID-19 pandemic, life has barely felt normal. Things that happened just a few months ago feel like years, and it's hard to remember what day it is. There! I spelled it out! He's so he's being so fucking negative to people who just simply misread the tweet. It is wild. It is wild. And then he posts this vest. This vest shirt. This was a shirt that everyone was waiting for. Everyone was waiting for this shirt. They were eagerly anticipating the blue vest shirt, which is really dumb. This design is pretty bad because one, it looks like the zipper's on the back. So did DSP put the vest on backwards? Secondly, like he's kind of doing like this. Like who puts their palms like this? It's it's an ugly ass shirt, and it's just really bad. And the vest looks tiny on him. And the Japanese supposedly says new vest. So why is that a design? It's such a tacky design. It's just slapped a sticker on it, and it just says new vest. Oh my god, guys, what a cool shirt design! Like, okay, we're gonna go to the best place uh on the website, dude. Mega 64, man. Okay, look at this. Look at that design. Don't watch Mega 64. It has this cool like little design of a guy pointing at you. It had like that's the shirt. Sure, it looks like a sticker, but there's like a whole like design to it. Uh, you know, some of these shirt designs I'm not too crazy about, so I'm not gonna like necessarily be like, oh yeah, these shirts are all great. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna lie to you, but uh, the Neuro shirt's pretty cool. It has like this cool like design on it, done by Muriel Cartwright, etc. So this fucking design is so lame, and it is this new vest. Like, at least when it says DSP Gaming, it's like, okay, cool. Like you're getting a shirt that's celebrating
Steal the life
DSP.
insurance money? Oh man. Keep talking.
The 24-inch python's brother.
24-inch pythons? What? The day, days Theo's been gushing about Mega 64. Hey, it's not a DSP video until I gush on Mega 64, dude. And then here he goes, says, "Who's ready for an entire day of fun fighting games?" And it has Moana, dude. Theo, you should have a tips goal where you put on the hat. I should. Oh, I'm an idiot. Thank you for the $2 tip, Radman. Thank you. Do you want it? Well, I don't know who you are in the stream chat. So I was gonna ask if you want a thing, but you know what? I got an idea, guys. This is gonna be a wild idea. So if people tip me $1 or $2 or whatever, I will do a randomized. I'll do a giveaway. I'll do a giveaway of the vest of the. I'll just say giveaway of the vest. A giveaway on the viewer's canvas. So there you go. That way, if people tip $2, $1, and they don't want anything on the board, you guys can have the choice. So let's do a giveaway. So not oh my god, guys, this is sick. Not only is there a randomized giveaway that I do usually, I do it randomly. I'll do a giveaway, but if I see a $2 tip and all that, I'll do a giveaway. So it's me giving back to you, the people. So we're doing that. We're doing the giveaway, baby. So let's shrink this back down. So you can join the raffle. It's all cool, man. There we go. There we go, guys. All right. So let's do the pre-stream I wanted to watch.
Hello.
I'm not interested in watching like his Mortal Kombat stream. So if you want that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. we might dabble back into it. Maybe we'll see. We'll think about it.
Okay, what is going on, everybody? Hello.
Hold on, guys. You know what? Art time, baby. It's art time, baby. I am gonna do digital art on top of that. Oh my god, guys! I am just doing all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna put the iPad on the screen, guys. What's going on? New canvas, get that up there. Because you guys don't need to see his fan art. You guys don't need to see that. Well, I do want to move the banner up a little bit. Should it be up or should it stay down here? Actually, no, we're keeping it down here. That makes more sense. That way, like, it can stack. It can stack better. All right.
Hello. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. I am back. I hope that you guys had a good day away from my content yesterday. Whatever it is that you might have done. I don't know what you were up to yesterday, right? I hope you had a good day. And I certainly hope that, no matter what you did, that you were safe and you were healthy. I had an interesting day off yesterday.
Of course he did.
I'll talk about that in a moment. My nose is itching me really bad today, probably because of allergies. That's going to be my guess. But it is what it is. Allergy season is really bad out here in Washington State right now. There is pollen everywhere in the air. You can see it floating through the air. It typically gets like this for about a month, and then it kind of goes away finally when the summertime hits, which is right around the corner. If you can believe it. I know, if you can believe it, we're about to be summertime, like another 2 weeks or so, right? It certainly doesn't seem like that.
Doesn't feel that way, man.
Seems like, we've lost a ton of time this year.
Oh, here we
of
go.
Stuff going on. I mean, last time that life was normal was probably February, right?
February, but well, technically it was, but that was also when Corona was going around. But
You really think about it. It's just been crazy what's been going on in the world with the pandemic and now the protests and everything. That time is flying by and it really feels so different. It feels like half the year is gone. And where the hell did it go? Right? It's just nuts. I actually made a tweet about this a couple nights ago, and people lost their minds because, of course, as you guys know, on my ass constantly for everything I say.
I just love that this is such a big deal to him. Trolls have called him out on bigger things and all this stuff, but people misreading a tweet is such a big deal to him. Like, come on.
And because, I made a comment on Twitter that was not 100% straightforward. The people who don't like me had to actually call me out and act like I was stupid or drunk or something, when in reality they're just too dumb to read the actual tweet. I believe I said a tweet to the following. I was like, man, it's crazy that it's been a year since the release of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Or, at least it feels that way, because 2020 has been such a crazy year that you kind of lose all semblance of time to what's going on. Right? So this is the tweet, to which I got like a ton of replies. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot came out in January. It's only June. That's not a year. Are you drinking gin, Phil? Are you doing this? Someone actually tweeted me a picture of
I like how he's so, like, triggered over people saying that he does gin tweets, which people have been saying for, like, years. And now, out of the blue, he is triggered by it. Now, the other thing is that the people claiming that those are gin tweets, isn't necessarily that he's wrong. People are just saying that it's a Jin tweet because, like, it's out of the blue. He's like, oh, man, I was thinking about this. Now I'm gonna be honest. There are times where I'm in bed and I'm about to go to sleep, and I might send out a tweet saying like, oh guys, like a lot of the times I tweet about like, oh man, I just think about Cleo, like what kind of bun did she have her own frustrations and all that, but like that's just me just being in bed and kind of just being like whatever with Cleo and just being like yeah whatever because whatever. Uh, but he is so triggered about this people saying it's a Dune tweet because he makes these tweets that are like these like grand sweeping like uh major realization type of tweets. Like the tweets I make are more about like self realizations and just kind of like my own thoughts. I'm not sitting here saying like, oh guys, um pretty crazy that humans are on the planet and they all are nasty to each other. Like there's so much negativity in the world as it is. I mean, come on. Come on.
Tangeray. Excuse me, Tangeray. Tangeray. And I'm like, you just can't read. I literally say in
Enigma.
the tweet that no, it's not that it actually a year has passed, but it seems like it's been forever since the beginning of the year, and we're only in June because of all the crazy shit that's been going on. But this is the thing, people jump down my throat for the stupidest shit because they're just so desperate to try to say Phil was wrong about something, or you know what I mean, or call me out on something as trivial and stupid as a random tweet that really has no meaning. It's just a random thought of mine. Let's do it. Let's make Phil look stupid or whatever, right? Stupidity. So, the point I was making was this year's been insane, like with the amount of crazy stuff. You remember early on in the year, there was stuff going on with worldwide tensions, rumors that there might be a war because of things that were going on.
Rumor that might be a war. There was like talk of World War III because of all the shit that we were doing to Iran. And like, it's really funny how that just kind of dissipated. I mean, are we in a war right now? I feel like I kind of feel like once all of this settles down with the protests and all this stuff, we are probably gonna find out that we might be in a war right now, and we just don't know it because of all the stuff that's going on. That's like the conspiracy theory that I could think of is that we could be in a war right now, but we don't know it because maybe our government's deciding to let the coronavirus spread unchecked so that people could be focused on that, and then the whole thing with the BLM so that people are focused with this whole thing with the police brutality and all that stuff, and we're just not being aware that we might be in a war currently. But who knows, right? It's wild. It's wild out there. But that's the conspiracy theory. I mean, that's probably not true. I'm going crazy with conspiracy theories, man. You know what I mean?
Going on in the world, and then I believe we had wildfires that broke out at one point that everyone's forgotten about because then the COVID-19 crisis or coronavirus crisis hit, right? And it's just crazy. It's just been thing after thing after thing. Nuts. And, I don't want to sit here and talk about politics too long. I'm probably going to mention a little bit because I talked to my dad during my day off yesterday. And kind of interesting conversation I had with him I'd like to share with you guys.
Yeah?
But, what a year so far.
What a year.
Now, in regards to
what a year.
we're talking about, games, in relation to my streams, I mean, even in that regard, this year's been incredibly weird because we had all these games scheduled for early on in the year, and we had like March and April, a lot of them released, and now we've had this big lag, right? This big, everything's delayed. We don't know what's going on with new consoles. We don't know what's going on with new games. We don't know what's going on with anything. You see what I mean?
See what I mean?
I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with games this year. It looks like we're going to have an okay month this month. We're going to have Last of Us 2, the Pokemon DLC, and then we're going to have later on in the month the SpongeBob, remake or remaster, and a few little indie kind of things here and there. July looks like it's going to be crazy. 4 major releases I'm interested in July.
Papa Bernal hates
one
those
of the craziest, busiest Julys we've ever seen in the history of gaming. Because usually July is slow. right? But now what's going to happen later this year? Are we going to have a completely dead August, September, and October when typically things are picking up giant for games? Will things be incredibly slow because of what's going on in the world? I mean, how can you even tell at this point? How could you even try to predict a single thing that's going to happen moving forward this year with how
Well, it's probably safe to say that Cyberpunk's still gonna come out in September because, yeah, they probably don't care about selling physical copies. They're probably just gonna do both, and they probably are readying the physical copies right now. Do you bring in the conditioning of GMO veggies turning the freaking? No, not the buns.
incredible.
By the way, guys, I gave Cleo a strawberry. Guys, you're not gonna believe this. I opened the cage and she bit me on this finger, dude. She bit me. She actually bit me. Now, I don't think it was a malicious bite. I think it was just like she sniffed the strawberries on my hands and thought that, the strawberry was right here, but there was no strawberry, so she bit nothing. And she was just like, "What? This isn't a strawberry? Where's the strawberries?" She was freaking out, man. You should have seen her. She was freaking out. She was freaking out for strawberries. Telling you, strawberry. I've never seen her like that for carrots. Carrots, it's like, yay, she likes it. Okay, cool. But man, apples, strawberries, man, those drive her like crazy. She licked the gift to you in the hand. He is Jin tweeting? No, I'm not. I'm bun tweeting, man.
Incredibly unpredictable it's been, right? I'm not even going to try. All I'm going to say is I'm here along for the ride, guys. To spend time with you, to chill with you, to share whatever may come our way, gameplay experiences and the like. And, what a year. So yesterday was my day off from streaming after an extended streaming week. If you remember last week, I streamed a little extra. Normally I would take Tuesday off, but I took Wednesday off. And my wife and I had to do a little bit of shopping for, errands, things we had to get stocked up on in the house. So we had to drive around town a little bit. And we saw all the places that were affected by the looting earlier this week. Remember I told you guys, yes, we were not unaffected. And here in Washington, there was actual looting of stores and businesses, a lot of ones that we frequently go to. So, what stores were affected? First of all, liquor stores. Don't know what would possess someone to break into a store and riot and loot.
Why? I like how that's a mystery. People probably want top shelf fucking booze, DSP. Top shelf booze is so expensive and it's like good shit. Of course, people are gonna go for the fucking booze. They want to have they want to chill with in there. They want to live in the apocalypse with top shelf booze. They don't want to get the bottom shelf shit. Nah, they're getting the top shit. They're getting the good shit.
Just to get like a handle of vodka or something. Like there's like no intrinsic value or real resale value there. You know what I mean? You're just gonna drink it. It's done. I don't know why anyone would do that unless they thought they could rob the money out of the place. But most of those places have lockups since they handle so much money on a daily basis. So I don't know why the liquor stores were hit like that. Of course, places that have electronics that makes sense. Best Buy, Target, all the glass.
Now look how he's saying like, oh, they're gonna go after electronics. Sure, whatever, but people who steal Apple products, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening because if they all take those stolen goods online, Apple can just flip a kill switch and kill all those phones, and they will be rendered useless at that point. The only way that I could see looting Apple stores pan out is if they sell the products to someone else so that they can get scammed pretty much. So they're taking all the fucking cherry juice. Oh no! Do you realize how much bullets and caps top shelf liquor could get you? Yeah, who knows?
Glass was destroyed on those places. People had tried to loot those. Okay, that was to be expected. All right. And then, GameStop, and this was hilarious to me. I'm sorry. Any idiot who tried to loot a fucking GameStop. You obviously haven't been to a GameStop in the last 10 years. Why in the holy hell would you waste your time trying to loot a GameStop? This doesn't make any sense at all.
Why would you loot a GameStop? That makes no sense. Get why it makes no sense, okay?
There's nothing in it. All the game boxes are completely empty. The only thing you could possibly steal from a GameStop breaking in is like a pop figure or a fucking mug or a T-shirt. Congratulations. Everything at a GameStop that's of any value is locked up in the back. Which, if you're a looter, you're not gonna probably want to do that. You're probably gonna want to run in, grab something, and get out before the police show up. Not spend 40.
Now, I love that part. Oh, they can't get into the back, dude. They're not gonna break the door down. There's drawers behind the counter that has games. They could just pull to break the locks. It's not that hard. And the other thing is that a door. Does he think that they're just gonna keep doing this? They could bring an axe, they could bring whatever to kind of break the door. And yeah, the cops can come, but also the cops are also preoccupied with the shit that's going on. So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh well, the cops are gonna get them when the cops are already preoccupied as it is.
45 minutes trying to break down a door in the back to get to the storeroom. You know? This is pretty stupid. So, it's interesting to see the different things that happened in my local area, the different businesses that were affected. It's obviously horrible that this even happened here. There were no protests here. I should repeat myself from the other day. There was no protesting here. This was not, there was a peaceful protest that broke down into people destroying the town. No, it was people literally just showed up at our town to rob things because the peaceful protests were taking place downtown and there was no violence downtown. It was just people being assholes, trying to take advantage of a situation, trying to delegitimize a very legit movement. It was fucked up that this happened here. So, yeah, kind of stupid, but it is what it is. The good news is here, everything's pretty much back to normal. There's one town that still has curfews through the weekend because this was the town.
Now I knew he wasn't gonna be so upset because if they kept the curfews, let's say that Seattle kept the curfews, I guarantee he'd be super victim mode right now. But since they lifted it, it's like, oh well, we're pretty cool, man. And he's not that concerned. He was so concerned on Monday and Sunday because Ken has to go out there in the real world and all this stuff. But now that they lift the curfews, it happens.
Hit the worst by the looting, but outside of that, things here are back to normal. In fact, the protests are continuing and they've become incredibly peaceful. And people actually are happy that now things have calmed down. The asshole, people trying to take advantage have either been arrested or they're gone. And now we have nice peaceful protests every day in the downtown areas of the local cities, and it's actually going nicely. So if anything, that's the good news out of this is we got the crap out of the system, and now we have actual normal people who want to do good, doing good. So there you go.
How do you know that the bad people won't come back
so
out?
That was one thing. Okay.
Okay.
Also, during my day off yesterday, I had an interesting conversation with my dad. All right, my dad is a lifelong Republican. At one point, he was actually trying to run for Republican political positions back in Connecticut. It was a long time ago. He's not involved with any of that stuff anymore. Okay, but from someone who is interesting to me to have a conversation with my dad about this, because as you guys know, I've told you guys I'm very moderate. I'm not all to one side, all to the other side. I like to just basically decide things for myself based on my own personal beliefs and experiences. And so I'm not leftist, I'm not rightist, I'm none of that.
Rightist.
I'm going to do things.
I'm not a rightist, guys. Oh, shit. Guys, the giveaway is wrapped up. Let's find out who won. Who won this baby? Congratulations, Dante Lowell. You are the winner. You are the winner. Congratulations. And congratulations. You have won a slot on the viewer's canvas. So Dante Lowell, type in the character you want, and it will be made. It will be made so on this lovely canvas.
things through for myself, okay? But I grew up in a household where my dad was very strongly Republican. All right. So, very interesting to get his take on everything going on. First of all, his first take is like this year, if anything, has proven that the American government is not prepared for anything.
Now,
He's like, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's an outbreak.
now this is dumb to say that the government is not prepared for any of this. They had information about the coronavirus months ago, months before before March. Like I think January, the latest. I feel like the American government knew about the coronavirus, right? You have that. You have also America has had a long history of protests and all this stuff, and you're telling me that the American government has no response to this? Come on. Go for Yuri Lowell. Okay, let's do that.
Of a virus. It doesn't matter if it's political unrest. That basically no one's ready for.
There was political unrest before. This isn't new. Political unrest isn't new. The government's incompetent. Whoa. Like that's wild. That's wild to say that like the political unrest is new. Okay.
We live under this semblance of, or this illusion of stay calm because everything's under control, and we have a government here in place that will take care of you and protect you no matter what. Don't worry what happens. You're gonna get through it and blah blah blah, right? And he's like, he always used to believe that, and now things have changed, where if anything, we've proven this year we're not ready for anything. We don't know what's going to happen. At any moment, something
dude.
can happen that we didn't fully prepare for, and all hell breaks loose, right? Think of how crazy our lives have been for the past 3 effing months because of COVID-19, and now these crazy protests going on everywhere. And if anything, it just shows that we were not ready. Our law enforcement wasn't ready. No one knows how to handle these situations. How is it that?
How is the law enforcement not ready for this? They have huge budgets. They have all these cops with all this like tools and shit to like quell shit like this. Oh, this is like so.
One part of the country, there's a protest where everything just breaks down and falls apart. The police are shooting, rubber bullets and tear.
I love how DSP kind of stuttered. He's like afraid to say shit.
In one part of the country, there's a protest where everything just breaks down and falls apart. The police are shooting, rubber bullets and tear gas at the protesters who aren't even violent. And another part of the country, you got.
No, like I said, law enforcement is not prepared for this. Cops have been brutal. They have a history of being brutal to protesters. Anytime that you go back to any protest, you can find that literally the police have used all kinds of force on them. They've used tear gas on people to disperse crowds. They've used rubber bullets as well to quell protests. All this has happened in the past repeatedly. This is not something new. And he's acting as if, whoa man, can you believe that the cops use this? No one is shocked. People are just saying, like, look at this. Look at what the cops do. They're shocked. It's shocking because people are focusing on it more now because it's happening now. It's easy to look in a history book and say like, oh wow, look at the cops. They use hoses to spray down protesters and all this stuff. Wow, that's terrible. But then when you see it happen current year, it's like, what? Whoa! And it's like, ugh. America doesn't plan ahead unlike DSP always painstakingly plans for any rainy days.
The military and the police are dancing with the protesters.
No, that's also bullshit. I've seen posts going around saying like, look at this cop who kneeled with protesters one day, the next day they go back to being brutal, and I do kind of feel like that this whole thing with cops participating with the protesters, I do feel that that is a low key PR stunt on that side. Like, oh look guys, we're with you, and then like shit goes down. That it's a cynical way to look at it, but I mean, I just come on.
Talk about a different kind of response, right?
It's to lower
That's just
people's
insanity. It's wild.
security.
Um, so I mean, it's true. It's not like it used to be where I used to have this thing. Oh, don't worry, the government's always ready for everything. They're not ready for shit. You know, a lot of the times we got to just figure stuff out for ourselves. And what really sucks is it feels like the last 3 months, this whole outbreak, right? That it really doesn't feel like anything we've done really helped that much. As much as we're
No, this is dumb. This is a really bad take to have to say. Oh, the thing with the lockdowns doesn't feel like it helped. There was a quote I saw on Twitter months ago that said that um it's it would be very easy to tell if we uh underreact to the pandemic than it would be to know if we overreacted or something like that. And I agree with that because because you're not gonna realize how helpful a lockdown can be it if the death number is low, etc. While like if we don't do anything, we're gonna see more deaths. Things can go up and up and up. It gets worse and worse and worse. That would be easier to know than oh we overreacted. It's very hard to know if you overreact or not. And that's the problem.
being told, "Oh no, don't worry, you stayed home and you narrowed the curve or whatever, however they want to say it." I don't know. I'm not convinced
I
that
feel like that needs to be a
this
little
was the
bit
right
bigger.
take. That maybe there was other things we could have done, better
Where's my
things. I don't
eraser?
know. That's just my personal opinion. You
It's
could
my
completely
take, dude.
disagree. Um, because now you had people who were cooped up in their homes for 3+ months. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people have pretty much no money. And what's happening? Well, nationwide protests. Well, it kind of goes against everything we just did for the last 3 months to stay away from each other, right?
Now I like how he's kind of alluding to uh, the the protests are somehow tied with being with the lockdown, and I think that's a load of bullshit because the reason that's a load of bullshit is that the protesters knew that yeah if you go out we're gonna you might risk getting the coronavirus whatever, but this is something that they wanted to protest because this has been a long-standing issue with the police, and the thing with George Floyd was just kind of the tipping point with it because for years and years and years there has been this push to be like, look, police have been brutalizing people, we need to hold these people accountable for shit like this, and people have just been complacent, and now it's like, hey, this enough is enough, and you can't keep pushing people down and expect them to not to just take it, uh, and that's kind of what happened, for better or for worse. I mean, you don't have to agree with it all necessarily, but shit happens, and that's kind of what's been going on. I wouldn't say it's the coronavirus. All these people are locked up. It's just that that was like we had enough of this shit. This has been going on way too long. People really need to start giving a shit. It's just like maybe I would say the looting might be tied with people being locked in lockdown and whatever, but I would not clump the protests in with that. I think that's kind of a dangerous slope to go down. The looting, I'd be more willing to be okay, whatever. But I think the looting is also just tired of these people that know chaos and are like, hey man, and they're opportunistic. And I think that's what it mostly is. I don't think it has anything to do with the virus because look at it like this. If the lockdown was driving people crazy, shouldn't they have been looting long before these protests? Now, of course, you could argue, well, now it's like the protests are stretching the police thin, whatever. But if there's a lot of looters going around and there's a lot of riots going around, whatever, it would have. I felt like this whole thing, the looting, that if it was tied with the virus, it would have happened way before these protests. That chaos would erupt anyway. Either way.
So it's kind of like for 3 months we all stayed away. We had all this sacrifice, and now political unrest happens. You can't control it, right? And boom, now we got everyone out in the streets protesting. And did it really matter? I don't know. Again, you could completely disagree with me. That's fine. But for me, I just feel very uncertain about everything this year that's happened up to this. I do. I feel uncertain about the future, about what's going to happen with this. It's obvious at this point that we've all accepted there's going to be another wave of outbreak, right? We know that. We just don't know when or how bad it's going to be. And it's like, is there anything we can really do about this at all at this point? Is locking down again going to do anything? Or are we already to the
I
point where it's
think
kind of
maybe what we should do is address police brutality and then do a lockdown, because if there's like major fundamental changes to the police, people might settle down. But since there's like really no signs of them reforming the police, people are just going to continue doing this. They need to address that, and then we can like talk about lockdowns again. And the other thing is that I've been hearing is that some testing centers are refusing to test people at the protests, which is really fucking bad. I that is dumb. They should test whoever, because these people who are at the protest, and if you refuse to give them these tests, they could spread it again, and no one will know. It's really really bad
rude, you know?
to not do that.
All right, time to ban a bunch of idiots from the stream chat. Here I am. I come back from break. I got a few things to talk about. Trying to give you my insight. And instead we got a bunch of fucking idiots who have to fucking sit here and complain. Well, then fuck off. Why are you on my stream for, you stupid shit? I mean it. What are you complaining about? Oh, Phil's back from break. He wants to talk a little bit to his audience. Let's sit here and whine and complain. Shut the fuck up.
No, look how fucking negative he is. Like, there's always gonna be people that are not gonna be happy or patient to listen to people's opinions on a lot of stuff, and that's always gonna happen. When I did that Zelda reading, and I could kind of tell that there was a divide. I wouldn't tell my chat, you guys are fucking idiots. I told you I'm doing a stream where I'm reading a book, and you guys are yelling at me. Oh, thanks to the $2 super chat, Arizona Made Gamer. Thank you for that. Big ups. It's so fucking stupid to shit on your audience. Like, you could say, "Hey, I want to share my opinion," but these are things you can ignore. You don't really have to give it attention.
Ooh.
But okay.
You know what? I shouldn't even address it. I'm just gonna just ban every idiot in the chat who wants to just fucking sit here and try to antagonize me the first 10 minutes into coming back from a day off. Fuck you. Boy, you people are fucking stupid sometimes, these idiots.
Fucking
So
stupid,
dumb.
dude.
I'm saying it's okay to disagree with me, right? And that's fine. But not coming here. Why is Phil talking about this? I don't care. Why are you on my stream? If you don't want to hear my thoughts on anything, get the fuck off my stream. Go watch some fucking...
No, this is funny that he's saying this when he went out of his way in every single pre-stream. I don't want to talk about politics. No Brexit, no Trump, no impeachment, no this, no that, no coronavirus. he tells us that we can't talk about politics. He talks about politics, and people are like, "Can you like not talk about we?" And the thing is that like I have seen people like kind of have a pushback with this, saying like, "Look, I don't want to be inundated with this. This is negative." Now I understand that people, okay, this is gonna. I hope you guys understand what I'm about to explain. So take so hopefully this makes sense to you guys. But if you, let's say that when I post something on Twitter, let's say I want to talk about like, hey, I think police brutality is wrong, whatever, and I see someone like reply to me saying like, hey, can you like not post this? I want to see art from you or whatever, and it's like I get where that person's coming from, but at the same time, this is my Twitter account. I do want to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and you don't have to agree with everything I'd say. You don't have to like everything I put out, but I just want to have that freedom to just say what's on my mind, whatever. So I do think it's kind of annoying to see people like kind of try to police what you're posting on the other side. So I get when people are annoyed and frustrated at people kind of telling them to shut up and do this and shut up and do what you're known for, whatever. I get that annoyance. The other thing is, I do get that there's a lot of negativity on social media. I get that. I wouldn't necessarily say like shut up and deal with it. There's a lot of stuff on social media that is very like stressful and like you might not want to see that repeatedly. You sometimes you do want to escape, and I do think there's nothing wrong with an escape either. I would kind of also say like, hey, maybe take like a week off. Don't go to social media for a while, and then just kind of take a break that as much as you need. Um, because there is important stuff going on, and people do it does need to be heard in some case and have some awareness. But if you just really can't take it and you just want to take it, like just have a vacation, take some time. Maybe mute some accounts to be like, hey, I'm just gonna mute you and until for a week or whatever. uh I would kind of say like just do stuff on your end that can alleviate some of it. I think that's a better way to see it than having other people do it for you. You know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say that. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I get both sides of that. I do get that because I feel that way sometimes as well. Where it's like I've seen all this stuff with the coronavirus. I've seen all this stuff with police brutality, and sometimes I do get overwhelmed by all the stuff I see. And it's like I get it, and sometimes when I see that, I just frequent accounts that they might talk about it, but they also post art, and I go there. I go to YouTube. I find videos that cheer me up. Whatever. I find ways to kind of take my mind off it, and all that stuff. So, uh, I think all that now this the way that DSP's handling is kind of shitty. You go there and this guy's like goes on days and days and days saying how he wants to keep his streams positive, no drama, and this and that. And then when people kind of call him out on that, he's like, "What are you doing on streams for? Fuck you!" And that's kind of shitty to have this like long standing thing. I mean, I would just say like, hey, I just want to talk about this, get this off my chest, and move on. I wouldn't. Oh, it's a garbage truck speeding, guys. I wouldn't necessarily block people for this or ban people for complaining. I would just say, hey, I just want to talk about this, and then keep talking about it, then move on. I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna ban you guys for not liking what I'm talking about. The people that really annoy me are the people who use the topic stuff to spam. They would let expense was pin and then uh I get that too, Lynn, but at the same time, I think they just want people to kind of be more aware. It's whatever. I get that too. I can understand where some people are coming from, but I think banning people for just being like I don't like this is kind of not how you do it.
Fluffy, lovey-dovey cartoon character playing fucking, Fortnite. And get the fuck off of an actual adult stream. Alright, dumb shit? Boy, you're stupid. Alright. So continuing on to what I was saying, for those of you who actually have a brain in your head and are interested to hear my thoughts about stuff, um, my dad also told me something very interesting. He said, when I was growing up, I saw my share of bad stuff because my dad was involved at one point when he was younger with gangs and people who were involved.
Gangs. DSP's dad was involved in a gang. What? Dude, does anyone even believe that? His dad was involved in gangs. What? Papa Burnell in a gang, dude. Can you imagine? How was he involved with gangs? How? How?
Involved in gangs and all kinds of stuff. And he's
The
like,
Italian gang, dude.
people love to say with these biases that they have that African Americans are a major cause of crime and everything. And he goes, the truth of the matter is, it is everyone. He's like, it's not one group. It's never always been just one group. He says, well, growing up in Connecticut, he saw his share of people on all sides who were involved in really unlawful, messed up stuff. And he actually told me, he says, I knew personally at least half a dozen people who were murderers. And by the way, they were white. Like, yeah, that's people he knew in Connecticut that were the worst, lowest of the low scumbags, murderers, gang members. He says they were white, they weren't black. He says yes, there were African Americans who were.
No, this is dumb. And now this I kind of hate when people try to do this to prove that they're not racist. Oh, well, white people do fucked up shit, man. Okay. People do fucked up shit. It's I don't know what the word is. I feel like there's a word for this. I wouldn't say it's virtue signaling, but it's like you're trying to validate something by saying like, well, they say this, but but there's also more of this. It's like crime is crime. It's not like I think trying to boil it down to like, well, white people do fucked up stuff too. I don't think that's what people are demanding with this. They're demanding that the cops just don't kill people. You're like, this is such a weird thing, and I just think it's kind of lame to say like, well, white people do fucked up stuff. Of course, white people do fucked up stuff. People do fucked up stuff all the time. Like, I just don't think it's worth doing this validation of like, well, this does this, this does that. Like, don't boil it down to race. Like the biggest thing is that people want equality with all this stuff, and I just think that if your response to like, hey man, the police go after black people more often than white, and you say, well, that white people do fucked up shit too. It's like what? Like whatever. It's
that too. But he's like, he knew tons of bad people. He's like, why would you have any kind of a weird bias that says it's only one race or whatever that's involved in crime or whatever? It's stupidity, right? And he made an interesting point. My dad's a history buff. He in his younger life, I know he used to totally study history a lot.
I like how when DSP talks about racism, he always says that it's stupid. Well, we realize, guys, that racism is stupid. Like, it's such a childish way to look at it. It's like, yeah, people see racism as violent, hateful, and like toxic and shitty and all this stuff. DSP, it's stupid.
Okay, and he says if you look at history, he says the worst people ever in the history of the human race are the white people. And by the way, my dad's obviously not anti-white, and he's not, you know what I mean? He's not any apologist or anything like that. He goes, all you got to do is study history. His Europeans decided at some point, white Europeans, that they were better than everyone else. They jumped on their boats. They went all around the world under the semblance of colonizing the world. Okay, and what did they do? They completely upended and destroyed entire civilizations. They brought sickness. They brought plague. They took the Native Americans and upped them out of their homes and threw them to the west and threw them out wherever. This is.
I like it was like they uprooted Indian Americans and moved them around. They did a little bit more than just moving them around. DSP. I mean, just saying, it wasn't just moving them around. They did a lot of shit. Moving might have been like maybe like one of the things, but they did a little bit more than that.
This is our land now, just because they could. You're like, why did they do it? Did they need the land? Did they need their resources? Did they need? No, they just did it because they fucking could.
Did they need the resources? Isn't one of the things that they did, the reason why they did that was for the gold? They found all this gold and they're like, oh, hell yeah, fucking gold, man. Pretty sure that was that, but whatever.
And then he talks about
Yeah, I mean the whole point is that like crime is crime. There's always going to be violent people, whatever. It's just it's kind of like a pointless argument to say, well, look at what white people do. Like, no, you don't need to talk about that. The topic is the police, and that like the argument with what's going on with these protests is talking specifically about the police. They're not talking about people in general. They're not protesting people. They're protesting the police. Like, that's what the protests are. So this whole thing with white people do fucked up shit is irrelevant. Yeah, okay, that was in the past and whatever. People do a lot of fucked up shit, but we're talking about the police right now, Phil. They're not necessarily talking about the white man. They're talking about how the police have these like different ways they police people around. That's the problem. Ugh. I wouldn't say that, DJ Filthy Rich. He moved for the taxes. He said that there's a lot of hipsters in Seattle. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Weird thing with it.
How we have this really messed up society, and everyone talks about it, that there is an upper class of people that hold all the wealth, and it's true. We're in a society in the United States where our society is set up that these people who are in power, people who are in political positions, get all the wealth and hold the wealth. And then you get everyone on the bottom. Oh, stay home, guys. Stay home for 3 months because of COVID. Okay, great, but now we have no jobs. Now we have no money. So what are you doing about that? Oh, we'll send you a stimulus check, $1,200. Oh, that's supposed to take care of me for how many months? But then the people in government don't.
Maybe the government should do more for those people. Like, maybe instead of doing one check, they should do multiple checks. Maybe they should bail out small businesses. Maybe they could do all kinds of. They bail out all these major companies, but they can't bail out the small businesses. Whatever.
Anything else? There's been another bill to help the citizens of the USA that's been held up now for weeks. They refuse to actually vote on it and do anything else to help the American people because they're not hurting. And it's true. It's absolutely true. That's what the government's doing. They're just kind of sitting around. Oh, well, this whole thing fucking blows over now. Instead of actually sitting down like adults and handling the issues and helping the citizens of the country. Again, we're not in a government that's equipped to handle this stuff. We're not. We don't have a healthcare system that's set up to handle this. Our healthcare system is based on capitalism and profits. It's not based on actually helping people. So,
if the healthcare system was based on helping each other, you would hate it, Phil. He has complained so much how illegal immigrants can get access to healthcare, and he hates that. He complained about it in Ask the Kings before. He did not like the idea that illegal immigrants can get healthcare. But the way that healthcare can help people is if the taxes go to that.
I'm not going to sit here. My dad said many, many things. We had almost an hour conversation about this. And it's interesting for me to talk to him because he always has an interesting take. And it's funny to me because, like I said, when growing up, he was very staunchly, hyper Republican, backing everything the Republicans were doing or whatever. And now as he's gotten much older, his opinions have definitely changed. And not to say that he's liberal because he is not at all. All right.
I like how.
Right, just to make that clear.
Gotta make it clear.
Still very much in a Republican mindset, from what I can tell. But
I love how he acts as if being a liberal is some kind of just like a brain disease, like he's being senile or something. He is not liberal, guys. He is not liberal. As far as I can tell, he is not liberal, guys. He is Republican. He is a Republican, guys. Calm down. Don't worry. He's not a liberal. I I love how in DSP's community it is such a scary thing to be a liberal. People don't have to like liberals. People don't have to like conservatives. Whatever, whatever. But it is so telling that his chat is so like edgy with it. It's like if you go in there and you say anything that's liberal, they will bully you almost. Like one person said a guy was ugly in the game. That guy got banned. But his chat rails on all these female protagonists. But if you say like, well, I think guys are being sexist, get that ass banned, bitch. But it is just so funny that he's like, guys, he is not liberal. Thank God, right?
It's very interesting to me, to talk to him and get a different take on this stuff. So, anyway, it was pretty interesting, like I said. All right. So now here's an ignorant idiot. Dinosaur. It says that's a terrible.
Dinosaur, an ignorant idiot. For those of you who don't know or don't remember, Dinosaur used to be a whale for Phil. He stopped whaling for a while now. Who knows why? He used to give him like, let's see if I can pull up Dinosaur on Pig Go. Let's see. Let's put Dino. No, let's try Dino Sword.
Ever. Wow, congratulations, Dinosaur. That is really good news. I hope that everything goes well, and Dinosaur just cheered. He said, I just found out I'm good.
Oh, Dinosaur just cheered. I want to get like when he's like a big baller Dinosaur.
TechFly 3 at 4th place. Dinosaur at 3rd. PW Dubs at.
Damn it! I can't find it. Can't find it, dude. Oh, here we go. Dinosaur is the current top tip, dude.
Top contributors of today. Dinosaur is the current top cheerer. And Mr. Frogavera, the top tipper, up to $71 of tips today, guys.
Damn it. Well, I'm pretty sure he gave him like hundreds of dollars at one point. Dinosaur, then another 200 bitch. Well, he gave either way. He gave DSP a lot of money at one point in time. One point in time, he gave him a lot of money, and DSP just tells them he's an ignorant idiot.
Take as a veteran, I don't appreciate you shitting on my white heritage to prove ridiculous points. No one shat on white heritage. It was called facts. This is the problem, ignorant idiot. Dinosaur. It says, that's a terrible take as a veteran. I don't appreciate you shitting on my white heritage to prove ridiculous points. No one shat on white.
I just love that Dinosaur got so triggered by just saying white people do fucked up shit. Like, calm the fuck down, dude.
Heritage. It was called facts. This is the problem with people. They can't accept facts, and they want facts to be wiped away. All I did, I just stated factual information. Our government is not equipped and ready for what happens, right? And historically, it was white Europeans who went around the world colonizing and destroying civilizations. This is factual. I didn't make this up. It's in the history books. But when
Stupid.
People try to, I just talked about this the other day about my own past, right? I said, why is it that we got remixes on the pre-stream that have things said in them that could be considered offensive in 2020, But 10
Now
years ago when I said
this
them,
is
no one really
dumb.
cared. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I want to remind
Well,
myself.
Dinosaur could be trolling. He could be doing a lot of things. I'm not gonna sit here and say uh black or white type of things with him, but uh just at face value of what he was saying. And the thing is that like the only reason why I'm kind of semi not surprised that Dinosaur is like that is uh Dinosaur. I wouldn't call that a fact. Well, technically it's a fact. Like Hitler is white, that is a fact. But anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Um. Uh. Oh god dang. What was my point? The kinds of people that DSP lures in, they're kind of questionable. I mean, he has Mirai Masaki as a fan. Mirai Masaki is probably one of the most bigoted people I could find in his community, and that's just like one of them. I would. I mean, I also wouldn't say that all DSP fans are bigoted and shit like that. I wouldn't say all are, but there is at least like a handful or a group of his viewers that are a little on the disagreeing side. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. With Dinosaur, I mean, he might not be, but it's just kind of still weak to be like, oh, how dare you say that about white people? I mean, you could be critical of any of both sides of the aisle, dude. Come on.
That in the past, I did things that were not exactly the best interest of anyone. And I own up to them and own them now and say, sorry I did that. You know, I'm now understand, older, wiser. I now know that what I did in the past was wrong. And I will not continue to do that moving forward, right? If you don't
Yeah,
accept
I'm still mad about that.
facts of things that happened in the past and learn from them, you're destined to repeat those same mistakes. Okay? If we don't remember the things that we've done as a human race, how can we ever learn from them? It's just going to be an endless cycle of fuck ups. Right?
Now, I like how he says this, but but you'd be a troll and negative and mentally ill if you held your you would be negative and mentally ill if you bring up his past. You can bring up his past, but he can bring up his own past and have it playing in the song. Now, this is lame because this is just him being very fucking lazy and finding a very ritzy excuse to being lazy. He could easily remove the song. He had another song when he started way back in 2017 when he started playing these remixes. He played this one song that had all kinds of rape and shit in it. He magically removed that song, but this song, oh, he can't remove it, man. Because he has to remember the past, which is bullshit. He just can't say I don't want to remove it because the song is nice and it's whatever. He has to come up with some like fucking pretentious reason to keep this stupid fucking song in his playlist, which is fucking dumb. The other thing with that is that with his logic, then the police then imagine the police said, well, we can't get rid of police brutality. We have to keep doing it so we remember that it's wrong. That's why we do it, guys. We do it so that we can remember that it's wrong. Like, you can't think about, like, you have a song that's talking about rape. You can't say in your mind it might be fucked up to joke about rape. Ah, yeah, it's the Back in Time song. That he's talking about.
You see what I mean? So, and by the way, that doesn't mean you don't forgive the past. That's another thing, too. Oh, well, that happened in the past, so now that's infinite. You know, that never changes. No, things can change over time, right? Absolutely, things can change over time. But I'm not the same guy I was 10 years ago, right? You're probably not the same person you were 10 years ago, right? You think about your life 10 years ago and how different it was from what you're doing today, right?
This
So
did
to
not come
hold
out as
someone
good as I
accountable
wanted,
for
but
something that happened a long time
it's
ago, especially if
fine.
that person has made active signs of change and improvement, is also just as ignorant as ignoring the past. Okay? So anyway, for me,
For me.
I hear something like Dinosaur saying, "Oh, how
Ah,
dare you bring these things up? My white heritage." And I say, that's stupidity. That's
that's
ignorance.
stupidity.
No one insulted your white heritage. What we did is we brought up things from the past and said, this is what happened factually. Let's learn from it. Let's remember it, right? Let's try to change that. Let's try to make sure that this stupidity doesn't keep happening, right? But people are ignorant, and people want to just only
People
believe
are
one way or another.
ignorant.
They do. They
They're
want to believe one
ignorant.
one thing. Oh my God, how dare you question my culture or my history or my. Get out of here. Everyone is open to criticism. Everyone. Everyone.
No, it's dumb because, like, yeah, of course, everything is open to criticism. You can criticize, white people, black people, whatever. You can criticize people. You can criticize anything. Uh, but of course, you could also get people to respond to that too. It's not a one-way street. Just because you criticize something doesn't mean that people cannot rebuttal or reply to it. Oh, this is just.
You know. And now here we go. Here's some idiots
Here we go.
insulting and blah blah blah. The usual nonsense from brainless idiots on the internet. They think that anything that they have to say has any fucking value. There you
Oh
go.
my
Someone
god,
who
that fucking
has any
gulp.
fucking value.
Oh my god. Does he like put his throat into the fucking mic? Dude, I fucking can't stand it when you hear it.
There you go. Someone whose name I couldn't even read because it scrolled so fast said, you're right. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. It's better to change than not change at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to change, or at least try to change yourself for the better, rather than just remaining stagnant, never pushing forward, never improving yourself. You know, now is the time for our country, the United States, and in some cases the world, to sit down and say it's time to change positively. It's time to reflect and say now is a great opportunity with everything going on to see what we can all do to improve ourselves, to change our mindsets to be more productive and positive, right? Right? I think so. You could disagree, but I certainly think so. All right, cats like Jake, say goodbye.
Say
I've had
goodbye.
enough of you. You've only been banned 10 times. This is 11, and this is your permanent ban. You're not coming back. Since people want to be dumb, immature shits, you just don't have to be here anymore. Say goodbye. Alrighty then. Oh my god, so here we go. Dino Sword says, how is looting a positive change? It isn't. I
Now, of course, Dinosaur is again equating looting to the protests. The looting has nothing to do with the protests. It's so lame.
I
Uh,
hate I've condemned the looting a million times, and so has everyone else. No one thinks that just being destructive is a way to help. As I said, I really feel that what you're seeing is two groups of people. You see people right now who want to do
oh my
positive
god,
change
I
in the
can't I
country,
can't draw
and another
this.
group of people who are very opportunistic. They've sat around for 3 months with nothing to do because they've been told to stay home because of COVID. They probably don't have jobs and no means of income. And so now it's my opportunity to, under the guise of protest, run out there with my mask and full black outfit on so no one can identify me and smash things and steal shit. Right? That's what I mean. Like, it was.
Fuck
I hate to
this.
say it, but we were kind of set up to fail, set up for disaster here, with everything that happened with COVID because we weren't equipped for it, we weren't ready for it, and just telling the populace to stay the fuck home when we have no way for people to survive when there's no jobs and no, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think the government really thought anything through. In fact, I can tell you right now they didn't. It was all knee-jerk reaction. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. We all agreed that the government had a horrendous reaction to this thing. And it created a volatile environment that was rife for revolution. It really did. It just got the people so upset and riled the fuck up that all it took was, honestly, injustice that happens every day. This thing that happened with George Floyd is not something that's a rarity, right? A lot of people have actually said, why is it that the George Floyd murder triggered this feeling of political unrest in our country to the point that it's exploded the way that it has, right? This happens almost every day somewhere in the country. Unjust killings for stupid-ass, unjustified reasons. And the answer is because, in my opinion, because we were all cooped up for 3 fucking months.
Now, see how dumb this is? He's saying that we were all cooped up, so the George Floyd murder was the one that really made us go and protest. Not the multiple times where the police have brutally murdered an innocent, well, not necessarily innocent, but people who do petty crimes, like crimes that don't even deserve death. All those deaths, all those wrongful killings, all those wrongful murders from the police. Oh no, that didn't contribute it, dude. It was the coronavirus. It is so fucking. That's such a dumb take because that's missing the whole point as to why these riots are happening in the first place. Has nothing to do with the lockdown. It's because there's been so long of police brutality, police getting away with shit that they shouldn't be getting away with, and all this shit that's going on. But oh no, it's the coronavirus. Like that is the dumb take. To sit here and to say, oh well, the reason it's like that is because of the pandemic. No. Isn't politics banned? It is. He says he doesn't want to talk about politics, and he talks about it every day. Every day he talks about politics.
Months. That's why. People sitting around with nothing to do because we're told by the government you can't do anything. So you're stuck at home, you got no job, no money. Something fucked up happens. Well, I'm going to do something about it. Fuck this stupid shit that we've been told to do for the last 3 fucking months. Let's go do a positive change since we've been sitting at home for 3 months doing nothing, scratching our butts. Right? What do you think was going to happen?
This literally just kind of ignores the other protests that have happened in the past. There has been multiple protests about police brutality for years and years and years. And he's acting as if this is like the first time we all decided to protest. There has been protests in the past. Remember when he criticized Life is Strange 2 for being unrealistic and over-exaggerated and showing how racist America is? And now he says this happens every day. That is a very good point, Sleepy V. That is a very good point. This guy slammed Life is Strange 2 for how it depicted America being racist and all this other stuff. And he said that, and then he says, like, in that game, like, it is unrealistic that there's all these racists in America. You know, there's only one person or whatever. He says some dumb shit like that, and then now he's like, "Guys, racism happens every day." Man, it's almost like you wanna pander to people who you may not want to be pandering to. DSP.
Happen. People were just gonna sit at home forever. Like I said, in Washington State here, we're still not opened yet. It's been 3 fucking months. And the curve that they're talking about of COVID is way down. But they've got the dumbest, absolutely dumbest fucking criteria here for judging when we can reopen. So why do you think there's fucking unrest? You won't let anyone do anything. In a country that it's supposed to be prided on, the land of the free, the home of the brave, well, you took away half of that equation. We're not free anymore because we can't do shit. So what did you think was going to happen? And by the way, I'm not saying that everything should reopen. I've talked about this. It should be...
No, I like how he mocked people for having the mentality of, this is America, it's the land of the free, man. He mocked people for having that mentality, and look at him now. He's having that mentality, dude.
A measured response. It definitely should be in phases, right? It shouldn't be, let's all run out there and get everyone sick. And everyone should be social distancing and all of that, but, independence, the land of the free. And then what do? They take away half the equation and they think that the populace is going to be happy about this. Oh, by the way, you can't work anymore either. We take away all your money. It's like, what the fuck are you? And like I said, it's because the government doesn't fucking know what they're doing. It's this upper class of people who are filthy rich and don't understand the plight of the people who are normal people in this country. They're so disassociated with it. Let's draw up a plan to help them and have it sit on people's desks for 3 weeks and no one will vote on it. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. That's really going to make their populace really fucking happy, isn't it? Oops. Now the country's in fucking turmoil. Oops.
Man, it's like DSP was hoping that there was a riot and a protest just so that he can sit here and tell us how bad the lockdown is, even though the protests have nothing to do with that. This is like the and he shits on people for being opportunistic over the protests and rioting and looting and all this stuff, but he is being an opportunistic. He himself is using this opportunity to slam the lockdown because he doesn't like it. And I guarantee you, a lot of it probably has to do with dumb reasons. Like he can't he has to wait in line. He hates waiting in line. He doesn't like it. He probably hates wearing the mask. He hates wearing masks. He hates it. This is really fucking dumb, and he's just contributing the virus to the protest when there's no connection with these particular protests.
But I don't have answers. I'm just telling you, this is my observations, and it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. Equilibrium says the USA was never free. Well, so what a lot of people say is they say that it was just an illusion. It's the illusion of safety. Like I said at the very beginning of this, the illusion that our government knows what they're doing and has a plan for everything. And don't worry, no matter what, you're going to be taken care of and everything's going to be fine. And now that illusion the curtain's been pulled back, right? And the reality of everyone's situation has been exposed. And now everyone's freaking out. Anyway, that's just a little bit of discussion for this morning, insight, or whatever you want to call it, based on my own personal experiences. Okay? All right, anyway, guys, let's get back on topic now for obviously the reason that we're all here, shall we? So, let's talk because I've had a few ideas over the last
Okay, I
couple
don't
of
think I'm
days.
gonna listen to the rest of this because I think it's just all about like games and shit like that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go to his Twitch channel. Let's just see what he's been up to. Is he still on pre-stream? He should be. Better be. Imagine if he's doing the plug segment right now. That'd be wild. Oh my god, he's still on the pre-stream. Oh my god. Oh, he's on break. Because why would why wouldn't he be on break? Zippity zoppity zippity, dude. I'm curious to see what he said in today's pre-stream. You know what I mean? Wait a second. Let's see. Should be 30 minutes, I feel like.
That you guys have been waiting for. Exciting news in
There we
regards
go.
to playthrough starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's going to be a fun month of June, I feel. I do. I feel this month is actually going to be much better than originally I thought. I thought that it was going to be a little dead, but actually, between new releases, between the stuff I'm doing now, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting month, okay? So let's talk. Today's Fighting Game Friday. Today we're playing fighting games all day long. First of all, this very first stream, more Mortal Kombat 11 per your request. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to like Mortal Kombat 11 returning enough for me to do as many streams as I've done, but this is actually the fourth return stream of Mortal Kombat 11. Despite the fact that, as I've stated many times, I really don't like the online play of this game. I feel that it is massively delayed and can't really be played at too much of a high level when you can't really react to stuff online. But I do enjoy exploring new characters. I do enjoy messing around with all the new stuff and seeing the matchups and everything, the fatalities, the friendships. It's pretty fun. All right. So, today we're going to be playing the third and final new DLC character from the Aftermath DLC expansion, Shiva. Shiva is a character that originated back in Mortal Kombat 3. She's a female of the race that Goro is a part of, and forgive me because I've completely forgotten the name of the race. The four-armed race from Outworld. And she was very good in Mortal Kombat 3. She was actually I believe she was top 3, to the point where when Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 came out, they had to change the game completely. Because in the original version, she had this stomp that was completely unblockable. And so she could knock you, she basically sucked at. I completely forgotten about their name. Hello, mix up, I don't, because they gave her, a really shitty build in the story for
Zippity
some
zappity
reason.
zippity.
In the real game,
I hate
she's
that song.
Various arcade mode, where you fight a gauntlet of enemies and then Chronica the boss to see the ending for the character. Then when all that's done, then we're going to jump online, all right? And today is a full stream. I know when I played with Fujin earlier this week, I had to end a little early. Not today. Today I can actually play till 4 p.m. So we should have a good chunk of offline versus online gameplay. And I expect rage. I expect salt. I expect all kinds of being frustrated playing online because I know I'm going to be delayed and not be able to do what I want. But it is what it is. You guys like it. I enjoy playing with the new characters. So there you go. Now, after today, will I play Mortal Kombat 11 again? I would say that's really in your hands, guys. If you would like to see Mortal Kombat 11 again sometime next week, there's one or two things I can do. I could either just do a stream where basically I play multiplayer with the 3 new characters who I've been playing with and kind of alternate between them. Or, if you guys really wanted it, I could check out one of the DLC characters that I did not play in the past. The 3 that I didn't touch were Sindel, Joker, and Spawn. Okay? What's funny is, if you haven't noticed, in the sessions I've been doing, I haven't seen Joker once. I have not seen Spawn once. Actually, I take that back. I might have seen Spawn once. No, that's right. I didn't. The Spawn I fought was in the ladder. It was not online. For some reason, no one's playing as those characters. I did fight one Sindel.
I feel like with Mortal Kombat, the guest characters suck ass. I don't think another one gives a fuck about fucking guest characters. They kind of make I feel like they make them bottom tier or mid tier.
But mostly, if you haven't noticed, it seems to be the characters you would expect online, like Scorpion, Nightwolf. A lot of those style characters. It's not surprising to see them online. Kano. As I said, I think those are characters that when you play them online, you can't really react to what they're doing, and they get a lot of cheap pre-hits in. So I don't know if that means that the DLC characters suck, or if it just means that people just aren't comfortable playing them. I have no idea. But that's up to you guys. I would consider doing another Mortal Kombat 11 stream next week if you guys really have liked the Mortal Kombat coverage and you want more. And of course, now I see some people in the stream chat saying yes. But what I will do is gauge interest over the next day or two, because obviously people who are here for MK11 today are going to say yes, please, more. But I'm curious what other people have to say if they want more fighting games or not. Okay? So today, Shiva, and in the future, may do another stream of Mortal Kombat. I'm undecided. We'll see what happens. Okay? Later tonight is my weekly throwback session of old school Street Fighter. So it just so happens the 2 fighting game sessions have aligned to be on the same day. Okay? That should be fun.
Remember when he said that it would be Overload to do the same game the same day?
Stuff. You got Super Turbo, you got Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and of course Alpha 3, all mixed in there. It's usually a great time. I have a lot of fun playing old school Street Fighter. Dependent on time, okay, and dependent also on connections, I may actually be able to play a little bit extra tonight. Okay, we'll see what happens there, because it really depends on what happens with me today, my personal life behind the scenes, how much stuff I get done, and also how connection. Because sometimes when we play it, the connections are god awful, the servers are dropping, in which case I get frustrated. I just don't want to play anymore. So we'll see what happens tonight, but maybe I can play a little extra. All right, we'll see what happens tonight with Street Fighter. Tomorrow, we are starting up something new. Although it really is a blast from the past, I am excited to be starting up Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition on the Xbox One. I'm very excited for this for multiple reasons. First of all, 10 years ago, I played this game as a new release and absolutely loved it. I was like, wow, this is a cool, unique spin on the Grand Theft Auto formula, because first of all, it's in Hong Kong, which is very different than an American city. It's hand-to-hand
Hong
combat
Kong?
with kung fu style fighting instead of constant just pulling out guns and shooting people like it is in Grand Theft Auto. So it was 2 refreshing takes. Plus the plot is very good. The voice acting, the characters, the game is very well done. It really was a true crime game before the whole series of true crime ended, and basically they had to find a new studio to produce this game. And unfortunately, the sad fact is that Sleeping Dogs was a really well-made game, but the studio fell apart. I think it's THQ, right? It fell apart completely. And because of that, I don't actually, it may not have been THQ. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think Square Enix published it, but for some reason the whole thing just kind of collapsed. So even though the game sold well, even though the DLCs were good, that was the end of the franchise. They just one game, that was it. I'm like, damn, are you serious? I would love a Sleeping Dogs 2. I really would, but I don't think we're ever gonna see it. But the good thing is it's been remade for the Xbox One, better graphics.
It's remastered,
All
not
right, so it should be
remade.
fun. I'm gonna start that up
It
tomorrow.
keeps
So
doing it. He
why in
keeps
particular?
doing this fucking thing. That is, it's remade and not a remaster. Ugh.
Now am I playing this game? First of all, I'll be very honest with you because a fan donated it. They said, "Hey, I'd really like to see you play Sleeping Dogs again.
Oh, Tevin's
Would you
doing
play?"
a
The fan
charity
donated it, and
stream
I said,
for
more than likely it's something good for
Amberlin. That's
variety, and I would
cool.
play over the summer.
Big ups to him.
I didn't realize I'd be playing it this soon, but yeah, that's number one. Number two, because this is a playthrough that I did 10 years ago. Really enjoyed playing the game the first time around, I remember. But sadly, this original playthrough has kind of been destroyed. And what I mean by that is when Content ID turned on YouTube in 2013, any game that had licensed music in it, basically the playthrough was destroyed. And this was one of them. It was an older playthrough, right? And so half the videos that had music in it are like, oh, they're muted, they're blocked,
maybe? Oh, okay.
shit.
I thought,
so it's horrible. You're trying to watch an older playthrough.
That could be it, I guess.
Because YouTube destroyed all those videos. So this will be an opportunity for me to replay the game without the in-game licensed music. Instead, have live interactivity with all of you talking and interacting while we're driving around the map and stuff. And it should allow this playthrough to exist without being utterly destroyed. Okay? So, yes, folks. That's going to be fun tomorrow. Oh, also, I should bring it up. This is a very old playthrough. The playthrough I did 10 years ago was the camera pointed at the TV, no direct capture, no live stream interaction. It was a very different time and a very different kind of content. Now I'll be able to do it as a modernized playthrough. I've done this with many different game playthroughs over the last few years, including the entire Grand Theft Auto series I replayed. And you guys really seem to like that. So that's another reason why I'm going back to this game at this point. And also, let's be honest here, it's great variety for the streams right now. Because right now, what are the main games I'm playing? Well, Fire Emblem Three Houses, a very slow-paced JRPG, which a lot of people are complaining about and saying it's too boring. Well, that's fine. I understand that. But
the way he plays it is boring.
Everyone's going to like a JRPG like that. But number one, it's a fan-voted, fan-nominated game. This was
viewer's choice. Yeah,
so
there you
I'm
go.
definitely doing it. And number two, that's only a small part of what I do. I'm not doing JRPGs every single day, which is a good thing.
Oh my god, this looks wrong. I fucked up. I fucked up somewhere.
Putting Sleeping Dogs into the mix, number one, gives us a more action-based game, even though it has a great narrative. It's a lot of action. And also, that's good variety because I'm also doing Mortal Kombat, so some more stuff thrown into the mix, you see. There's new releases coming out in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about that in a moment. So that'll mix things up in about a week and a half. But for now, I think Sleeping Dogs, Fire Emblem, and the possibility of more Mortal Kombat 11 will give us enough variety to take us through the next couple of weeks until the new releases hit. Okay? Good stuff. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, will be my weekly Morrowind chill stream. All right, and I'm excited for that. Sunday, I'm probably going to do more Sleeping Dogs. I'm almost thinking that I'm really going to want to play it like a lot to start, just to jump back into this game in the universe. So I'll probably play it 2 days in a row, Saturday and Sunday as the main stream. And then Sunday night will be Animal Crossing chill. We had a lot of fun last night with Animal Crossing. I'm actually trying to gather the ingredients to make a full underwater style room in my house. And we'll continue with that. And I hope I can get to the wedding event. There's a whole wedding month that's going on right now. 2 streams, I haven't even touched it yet. There's so much going on in the game, I haven't even touched it yet. So hopefully we'll do that Sunday night, okay? Then on Monday, a major stream of Minecraft, where we'll continue on with all of our ongoing projects and have a nice relaxing time together. Hope you guys will join me for that. And then Monday night is up in the air, but what I'm thinking is Fire Emblem. We'll do a 2-hour stream of Fire Emblem to end the streaming week, okay? I'm off on Tuesday. That's my day off. And then next week will be a balance between the possibility of more Mortal Kombat, more Sleeping Dogs, and more Fire Emblem, okay? Now, the new releases for June start on the 17th. This is a Wednesday, and I believe this is the launch of the Pokemon Sword's very first DLC. For those who don't remember, the Pokemon Sword was one of my favorite playthroughs of 2019 that continued through early 2020. You guys really enjoyed chilling with me at least once or twice a week as we tried to catch all the Pokemon in the Pokedex. It was the first time I've ever done that in any Pokemon game, and we just really enjoyed it as an interactive stream. And we did it. We completed the Pokedex. So when we jump back into the Pokemon stuff on the 17th, it's going to be amazing. It really is. It's going to be, number one, I think what we're going to do is we're going to allow people to pick Pokemon for the party, like we were actually doing, if you remember. we were having people be able to kind of pick Pokemon for the party using Penne points, channel points. We'll probably start doing that again. Now, more than likely, I'll only allow 1 to 2 because I might want to have like 4 specific Pokemon because the new DLC and I will probably need special Pokemon to succeed in it. But I'll still allow people to choose a couple Pokemon for the party, and we may bring back the practice of top contributor.
I love how he's shrinking that amount even more. The Street Fighter is 2 hours, and he lets people pick like 4 characters, and you might not ever get the game that those characters that you pick. So like, let's say that 3 people pick Karen, one picks Nash, one picks Rose. All Alpha 3 characters, right? He only plays Super Turbo only when he plays 30th anniversary. Sometimes Third Strike, but you have to really pray that the RNG will favor Alpha 3 if you want it. So those 3 people who want Alpha 3 characters might get fucked because of that. With this, well, I'm gonna just give you 2 options instead of 3, which is like dumb, but whatever.
Gets to name a Pokemon. So if I'm catching a new Pokemon, the top contributor of the night might be able to name the new Pokemon, okay, which is pretty cool. That's going to be fun, and that's going to be something more than likely I will balance. I'll start it off as like a main gameplay stream, and then if people kind of say, Pokemon's not as fun, then maybe I'll do it as a nighttime stream, but we'll see. Okay, and then on the 19th, which is a Friday, I believe that's 2 weeks from today. Yes, 2 weeks from today. It's the release of The Last of Us 2. And obviously, I don't need to get into the controversy surrounding this game, but I'm definitely playing it, and it's pretty much the biggest release of the month. Okay, now outside of that, there is another major new release at the end of the month. It's the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom
Let's see.
remake, modernized remake. Okay, and that's exciting. I've never played it before. People have told me so much about this game over the years. That it's an amazing game, and I really missed out never watching SpongeBob and never playing the games. And that's coming out later this month. I'm actually going to talk to my wife about us maybe watching some more SpongeBob between now and then to get caught up.
Yes, it's really cat. We have to watch SpongeBob. Can you watch SpongeBob? Kelly, I need to watch SpongeBob.
I kind of know a little bit more of the lore of the things that'll be referenced in the game and stuff. Okay, so that's through the end of the month.
I gotta do a humming excited, cat.
Okay. Let's see. I think there is more going on this month in regards to new releases and expansions and the like. It's not really in front of me right now, but if anything else happens, we'll definitely, consider playing it as well. But that's the major focus for June that you guys can expect. Now, also, please, guys, continue to nominate your favorite moments from my 12-plus years as a content creator on the internet. I say 12-plus. I mean, in reality, it is 12-plus, but I haven't really started gameplay till 2008, so I guess you could say 11-plus. For the upcoming retrospective special event, all right? The retrospective event is coming up on either the middle or later on in the month. Either the middle of the month or end of the month. Okay, that's when it's going to happen. And this retrospective event, we're going to walk down memory lane. We're going to have fun together, watching back, clips that you guys nominate of my best stuff over the years, reacting to it for the very first time. A lot of the times I've not even seen this content since it originally happened. Okay, so that being said, guys, please nominate, because the more nominations we get, the better the event's going to be. So please continue to nominate, all right? I'm very excited to be doing this marathon-style event, okay? Now, in addition, ladies and gents, as you can see, the vest streak continues. We are up to 116 and growing in the vest streak. The vest streak is when we hit the tips goal for the stream and I put on a vest in celebration. First of all, I washed the vests. They're all washed now. Yesterday, I only had one vest available, the platinum one, because the other ones were in the wash. Well, they're out of the wash. So today I can wear whatever vest. In addition, as I've told you guys, when we hit 150, we're going to have another Vestival celebration. Just like I did last time, it'll be a special stream where we kind of just hang out and reminisce and have fun together. I will try to do another live DSP Tries It. Jasper
I like how not only it is the Vestival is a glorified back in time stream, a retrospective, if you will. He now has locked Jasper behind the vest streak. Pretty cool, huh? You can't get vest for now. You gotta get him with the vest streak. So this 2K cat has expanded his business to be a $10,000 plus cat. Wow, DSP really cares about his viewers. He really cares, guys. Remember when Jasper was supposed to be a positive addition to the streams, and it was gonna be great? Yeah, man. It's just for this.
Us, we'll see. It'll be another special kind of event, another special kind of deal. Okay, so that's coming up. If we can hit 150, I have no clue if it's going to continue on that long, and I'll be very honest with all of you. Recently, it's been very tough to keep this up. The last couple of streams, the last couple of days that we've been streaming, we're not really hitting the tips goal till the very last minute. I mean, one
that has been how he hit every single goal for 116 vest streaks. It's always been at the last minute. All the time. Well, except for some, but most of them were done at the last minute. And he's acting as if this is brand new.
The last Mortal Kombat 11 stream, we did not hit the tips goal until the final 15 minutes of the stream. And it was only because someone very generous came in and boom, big tip. And that's how we hit it. So, it's getting tougher. And I told you guys, I felt that around 100 it was going to end. I am shocked. It has continued past 100, quite frankly. And I thank you guys for that ongoing positivity and support. And keeping the vest streak alive is amazing. It's helping me out a ton. So thank you, and thank you some more for that, all right? So let's see what happens. If we can get it to 150, the next Festival special event will happen. But the other thing I want to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, is that the new merchandise you guys have been demanding for over a month is finally live over on my Teespring store. I urge all of you right now, I don't care what you're doing, pick up your mobile device, jump on your computer. Go to teespring.com/stores/DSP Gaming right now. And you're going to see the new vest merchandise is live. All right? It features a design of me posing. Yes, it's ridiculous over the top. It's basically a parody on how people said I used to be a bodybuilder, which obviously I was never a real bodybuilder. That's ridiculous. I never said that. But it's a parody of that. Me flexing in the vest. And there's 3 different colors. There's the original beige, the blue, and the platinum. And a variety of colors of shirt. I think I tried to do like every kind of major color. White, black, gray, red, blue, green. There's one of everyone. There's both men's and women's shirts available. And mugs. Okay? So, many different varieties of product available there. And I tried to make the prices as reasonable as possible. I'll tell you right now. Teespring wants you to sell shirts between $25 and $30. I think that's preposterous. I do. And I know a lot of content creators just sell for the default prices on Teespring. I lowered it as much as I possibly could. All right? So basically I'm selling for almost zero profit on each sale. Only like a couple bucks, I think, profit on each sale for what I put the prices up. So the shirts are available for $17.99 each. Okay? US denomination. I don't know what it translates to euros, but yeah, I tried to do $17.99 each, and the mugs I think are like $12.99. Originally, they wanted to sell the mugs for like $20. I'm like, who the hell spends $20 on a mug? That's insane.
Same, dude.
But I tried to price appropriately, okay, and keep down the cost as much as possible. I hope that you would find that the pricing on these shirts is much cheaper than
sell vests.
Other people who sell shirts on
Teespring doesn't let you sell vests, okay? They only sell t-shirts or mugs. Come on, wake up, guys. Oh my god.
the internet like this.
Okay?
In addition to that, dude, I want to give a huge shout out to Azure Studios, who's the person who designed these designs. He's designed many designs over the years, including the design of me that looks like manga DSP and many others in the past.
Oh, this fucking guy, Azure Studios. I think the manga DSP is a lot of like gobbledygook as Japanese kanji that means literally nothing, so it's kind of a racist shirt. The one on the vest shirt literally just says new vest in Google Translate, which, Google Translate can also be kind of racist too, because not that not that Google Translate is like a racist thing, but it might not 100% translate the word correctly. That's what I meant to say, is that I might not translate it correctly. That's what I was trying to get at. Not nothing else. But uh it's really kind of dumb to put kanji on a shirt that has nothing to do with Japanese style shit. It has nothing, like, the vest has nothing to do with anime, has nothing to do with manga or anything like that. It's kind of a stupid thing to throw in. It's tacky. It is so gaudy. It's such a gaudy uh design. It's not a good one to look at. It's really stupid. It's a really stupid design. And Azure Studios, ugh, everything's just got pointed out, dude. Yeah, I agree, man.
That were very popular on my Teespring. This is his new line of designs for the vest, and I think they're outstanding. In fact, I got a lot of feedback overnight, basically saying that this design is one of the best I've ever had. I kind of agree, and I hope that you guys will give it a look and consider buying.
Really? His designs are better than Dean Jones's designs? Dude, just go to look at the designs Dean Jones made. Those are way better than what fucking Azure Studios gave him. Oh my god. You know what? Actually, I take that back. Remember Zombie Hunter DSP shirt design? That was wild. That was a wild design.
Something. It helps me out. You get a cool collectible. You've been asking for vest merchandise for the past 2 months, so I finally went out of my way and got it done. So I hope you'll give it a look. Okay, guys? All right, so just throwing that out there that it's available. I think I have a link that's going to post up in the stream chat like every 20 minutes or so for it, so you can at least click on it and give it a look. I probably won't have that in there forever. I'll just have that in there for a week or two so people know that this new merchandise exists. All right. And by the way, I'm going to be honest with everyone. I don't sell a lot of merch. I don't. In a month, maybe I'll sell, on a busy month, I'll sell 10 items from my merchandise.
No, he says this, but he's selling the same shit. You can't expect people to buy the same merch every day. You have to keep adding new designs to your store for people to buy it. Like, I have a Gumroad store. I don't expect people to buy the same fucking shit every day. That's why, like, I've been trying to do stuff to that Gumroad store to add more stuff to it. I'm redrawing one of the viewers' canvases to be put on that store. I have only season 1 poster on the store to buy. So I'm trying to add more. I'm trying to give you more stuff to buy.
It's not high volume. You know, around Christmas, usually there's an upkick for it. But outside of that, it's not something that I'm expecting is going to explode or anything like that. You guys have been asking for it. I was like, well, since people ask, I'll give them what they want. I'm a man of the people. I'll give you what you want. So hopefully some people will take advantage and get it. You know, people have said that they like the design, so hopefully that's the case, and hopefully you guys enjoy. All right. Fair enough? All right. And it's funny, so it's still too expensive. You do realize that's the cheapest shirt you'll find on Teespring, right? I challenge you to go search Teespring merchandise and find a content creator like myself who's selling shirts, and they're cheaper than that. Most people sell at the minimum $19.99, right? Most people actually sell for $25 or more because they're trying to make profit. I don't even care. I'm not trying to make profit on these sales. I'm just trying to basically sell a shirt for as cheap as possible so you guys can get a collectible. Okay?
This is better. This is a better drawing. I like this drawing more. Way more.
So there you go.
Big ups to me, man.
Alright, Alright, so, let's see here. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else on the agenda that I want to talk about before we kind of go into more open discussion? Okay?
I do want to fix her leg.
I don't think so. I think I pretty much covered all the important stuff. I do. I think I covered, all the news that I needed to cover. For once today, guys, I'm not going to be talking about all the drama in the world. I'm not going to be spouting off about COVID-19 pandemic. I'm not going to be talking about the civil unrest in our country. I'm just going to have a relaxing fighting game day. We've been talking about it so much recently. All right, I'm just tired of talking about it at this point. So we're going to give it a rest today. But what I would like to do is this. Before we get started with gameplay today, I'd like to open up the stream as more of an open forum right now. All right? And what I would like to say is ask you guys a question. All right? So, for the last week and a half, 2 weeks
What is
roughly,
what
if
is
you
this
guys haven't
question?
noticed, I have stopped doing plugs on the pre-stream. Yeah, every once in a while I'll bring something up if I feel it's important. End of the month I brought up Patreon. Today I'm bringing up the new shirts, right? But if you haven't noticed, there's no ginormous plugs segment anymore, right? There's no ginormous plug segment. I don't do that anymore. All we do is we talk about a topic, and then I give you the schedule, and then I read out shout outs, right? And then I read out top cheerer, top tipper, or excuse me, top cheerers of the week and top subgifters of the week, and then we get started. Okay? My question to you is this: do you like these pre-streams better? Do you like the pre-stream
Yes.
better now
Yes.
than
I do, because like his plug segment is the most redundant segment you can have in a pre-stream. It is maddening. I think honestly, the most he should do is just say, "Hey, if you want to tip me, go ahead and tip me. Whatever." That's fine. I can give him that, but his plug segment is like fucking like maddening. It's just, okay, guys, I was a YouTuber back in the olden days, and I had a job at the helicopter company, and I used to work, and then like they laid me off, and then I was like really depressed about it, and I was like wandering the streets thinking what to do, right? And then it dawned on me, man. I decided to make some videos, and you guys love the videos so much that I accidentally fell into being a YouTuber. And then the YouTube stuff was going great, right? And then the trolls, man. The trolls ruined everything. And I really had to think about what I was gonna do in my life. And it was really challenging to find out what I was gonna do. And then like I decided that I was gonna be a Twitch streamer, and it was hard, man. The Twitch is hard and rough, and it's super duper hard as the phone rings. Uh, I really hate plug segment, and then now that I'm doing this, you guys are gonna help me out immensely, and you can give me tips. Like it's like enough. We fucking get it.
it was before? Do you feel that it's been productive to cut out the pre-stream advertisement segment? Or do you think it's the opposite? Do you think that because now that's gone, a little bit of the rules and the normality of the stream, maybe people don't know the rules anymore, maybe because I'm not talking about them constantly? I don't know. Um, you know, what do you got? How do you guys feel
No one knows the
about
rules,
the
but people like
pre-streams
have not broken the rules
now
except for the
versus how
same
they were?
usual
That's my
suspects.
question to all of you. Placecraft's Nutty Adventure says there's no difference. There's no difference, really. You think there's absolutely no difference. Jojo Bizarro wants the full pre-stream to return.
These people are trolling. These people are literally trolling him so that they could all waste their time. This is fucking. This is so fucking lame.
The pre-stream's just as long. Well, that is true, but here's the thing: the pre-stream has length and
I
girth.
guarantee he's gonna listen to the wrong people who probably don't give a fuck, and he's gonna make his pre-stream shitty again. I guarantee it.
To it. It has length and girth, but we're actually talking about topics that are hot topics that are current events. I'm talking about game announcements. I'm talking about things in the real world versus plugs, right? And it's a nice opportunity for me early on in the day, again, to get these topics out of the way. So that way when we get to the gameplay, it's not, oh, I'm trying to learn Shiva, but now let's start talking about Black Lives Matter protests and stuff. Like, wait, what? I'm trying to play a game.
Yeah, let's
I'm
not
trying
talk
to
about Black
concentrate on
Lives
the
Matter,
game.
dude.
See? That's why it's done. So do you feel that this pre-stream has improved since the plugs have been cut out and instead we're just talking to each other about topics and stuff early on? Or do you feel that there has not been an improvement? That's my question to everyone. I'd like your honest answers right now. And I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to listen. Fruke says it sounds like a more natural conversation now. Covey17 says, yes, the new pre-stream is better. Infinite Paradox wants the old full pre-stream. Iron Razor says, you cut out the plugs, but pre-stream's the same length. In my opinion, it should be shorter. Pre-stream needs to completely go. Pre-stream's much better now, says Trons XP. This one is better. Epic Hyperspace wants the plugs back. Golden Colts wants me to turn on the camera and talk to everyone like Good Morning America. That's not the point, though. What I enjoy is when I turn on the stream, we have the plugs running here, you know, the visual plugs, so people who want to know about, oh, what's the rules? Where's the Teespring store? You know, they could do that. They could follow me on Twitter, etc. You know, if I don't, or else there's no opportunity to really run that stuff. If people just join when I'm talking, they'll see nothing. They'll see me gabbing. And by the way, you see me on camera all day. All day when the gameplay. Why do you need to see me on pre-stream too? That's stupid, in my opinion.
You tell me. This girl's giving you this look, Lynn. What do you think?
Habib Gaming says, no, I like this new pre-stream better. Okay. Personally, to me, I like the fact that early on, I talk with you guys, we have fun, but, you know, at least there's some opportunity for advertisement on the stream with the pre-stream slides. You know what I mean? I'm already on camera the rest of the day. I don't need to be on camera all day long, even during the fucking pre-stream. That's stupid, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
Stupid. Wait.
Be on camera the rest of the day. I don't need to be on camera all day long, even during the fucking pre-stream. That's stupid, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Ouch. Some people are saying they just love everything I do. So it's a mixed bag. I do see a lot of people are basically saying the plugs, you know, were excessive, and they like the fact that now it's more of an open conversation with you guys than anything else that's more fun. A lot of people are still saying they want it shorter. Again, you know, this is an opportunity for me before the gameplay, which, by the way, if you take a look at the gameplay I put out every day, I still deliver on what I promise. I say every day at a minimum we're going to do around 3 hours of gameplay. Some days we're
Wait, now it's 3 hours? I thought it was 4 hours. Remember when he said it was 4 hours? Now it's 3. That's
or it'll be
something.
3.5 to 4 hours. It all depends.
Why does he bother asking
on the game.
people?
It depends on the length
he
of the
does what he wants anyway.
I
Yeah.
always promise 3 to 4 hours of gameplay, and every day I deliver on that on the main stream.
It's really weird. It's really lame. Like, you can kind of tell when he made up his mind on something. This, to a point, I feel is at least a little bit genuine. A little bit genuine. Usually when it comes to games that he's playing, that is not genuine. That is when he tries to guide the hands. But he mostly, but this sounds a little bit more genuine than his most feedback segments.
How long the pre-stream goes, okay? The only exceptions I would say is there's a day when I have to end like really early or whatever, then it might cut it a little short. But in general, you know, we still hit those targets. Some people are just never going to be satisfied. Some people are going to be like, I want no advertisement. I want no pre-stream. I just want you to jump immediately into the game. But, ladies and gentlemen, I've been around the block. I've been here for 12 years. I guarantee you, if I skipped the entire pre-stream and went right into the game, number one, no one would ever know what the fuck's going on. Everyone would say, what's Phil doing today? What's the schedule? What does Phil feel on this topic, on that topic? And the whole stream, the first hour of the stream, instead of me playing the game, would be me gabbing about other shit that has nothing to do with the game.
But I thought you were an interactive streamer. I thought that was the point. Isn't the point of being a streamer is to talk about stuff to your audience? Okay.
And there'd be no significant gameplay to start. Or else people would just complain constantly that I'm not interacting enough. That's really what it would be. Phil's focused on the game and not interacting enough. You know? Because the thing is, you can't have it both ways. There's got to be a balance, guys. You have to understand that. There's got to be a balance between what I do. And some people want to hear me talk about topics. They want to hear my schedule. They want to hear what's up with me. Others just care about the gameplay. It can't be all about one group or another. And I hope you guys understand that there's got to be a moderate stance between here. It can't be all black or white. Life is not my way or the highway. And trust me, I've learned that. I used to be all about that. Oh, it's my way or the highway. I'm the content creator. What I say goes. If you don't like it, tough shit. Obviously, I know better than you because I'm the successful content creator and you're just the viewer. That used to be my attitude. Like 10 years ago.
That's still your attitude.
My attitude because I didn't take this seriously.
That is his attitude. He tells them all the time that he knows what he's doing.
I didn't think it was a big deal. And I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'll do it whatever. And I'm not going to take any feedback or nothing. And that was a very stupid attitude, obstinate attitude. It was like talking to a rock. You know, and a lot of people liked how stubborn I was, and eventually, over time, people hated that. and said, "Why are
Of
you so
course.
stubborn? Why don't you listen to your fans? Why don't you improve for the better?" Right?
Why didn't you improve?
But you guys have to work with me on that too. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
you have to work with me on that and not say, "Well, I just want it my way. No pre-stream, nothing. Just go through the gameplay." But understand that will irrevocably change the gameplay. That would mean like probably the first entire hour of every piece of gameplay is just me talking with you guys because we didn't talk beforehand. You see? You got to understand that. You got to think about it intelligently and not just demand, and expect that
Yeah,
it's going
don't
to
be
be
stupid, guys.
better or different. Okay? So I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to improve the streams
Trying to do the right
based
thing,
on your
man.
feedback. I'm trying to change for the better. I hope you guys feel that at least since taking out those plugs on the pre-stream, that has significantly improved the quality of the pre-streams. Okay? I hope so. All right. Now let me ask you guys this.
Oh my
There's
god.
another question.
Another question.
Okay?
It's another question.
What kind of stuff would you like to talk about on the pre-streams? So far, it's been basically current events, which has been crazy shit we've been talking about recently. Not
Oh
only
my god, now he's
but
asking.
you know,
Now he's asking them
countrywide.
what they want him to talk about? Dude, you go to a streamer for what they talk about, not. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what you want to talk about. What? Oh my god.
Protests that we've had here in the United States. You know, is there anything else that you guys would like to do to talk about? Like, what kind of content would you like before we get started with gameplay every day? I don't know what other streamers do. I don't know if other streamers have like segments where they'll do certain things. You know what I mean? Oh, we talk about this, we talk about that, or we get this out of the way. I don't know because I don't watch other streamers.
Then how do you know
So
they
I'm
have other
curious about what
segments
you
then?
guys would be interested in hearing. Kobe likes current events. RPG fan says fast food reviews. Problem with that RPG fan, I don't eat fast food that often. Like when I ate Papa John's last week, rarity if I eat more than that. Usually it's
I fast forward through food now. Fuck food.
Food all the.
Oh my god.
I can guarantee you, Botch Pro, the last thing we'll ever talk about is petty drama and anime waifus. He says that's the best discussion.
Anime waifus. Can't talk about waifus, dude. He has a wife. You know what? I know why. He's jealous. His girl doesn't look like this. She doesn't look this perfect. Look how perfect Jasper Kitty looks. Jasper Kitty looks amazing, guys. You see, that's why DSP can't ever talk about waifus. He doesn't have this Jasper in his life.
And that's the last thing we'll be talking about. Okay? Dinosaur, so maybe a longer post stream to talk about gameplay. Dinosaur, as I said, if you want a post stream, that means I have to end gameplay early. Because just to give you some perspective, I'm glad we're talking about this. This is really good. Here's literally what I'm doing in the last month, or I guess 2 months, one by one, and repaste and re-put in the information. It used to be option I put into it or whatever is identical. The tags are identical. The description of the video is identical. Now you have to manually do that shit like multiple times. They changed the whole process because basically they're idiots.
You could Control C, Control V. Oh my god, guys, it's so hard to press Control C and Control V. So hard. Oh my god.
So, it's a lot more work. Like, it used to take me 3 minutes to upload videos. Now it takes like 15 or more minutes to upload videos, depending on how many I have and stuff.
Oh my god,
then I gotta
guys.
tweet up what's going on. Oh, the videos are uploading. By the way, you know, tonight, here's the late stream, blah, blah, blah. So, in reality, it takes me another 20 to 25 minutes to finish up on a stream. Even if I'm done at 4, I'm not done at 4. I'm not out of this office till like 4:30. Then I run downstairs and usually try to have dinner with my wife. A lot of the times my wife's going to work at 5. So I sit down for like 10 minutes with her before she has to go to work. You know, it sucks. I don't get to see her that much during the day because I'm working when she's home and then getting ready for her job. And then she goes to work night shift. So
Wait, what?
I go to work. I'm not out of this office till like 4:30. Then I run downstairs and usually try to have dinner with my wife. A lot of the times my wife's going to work at 5. So I sit down for like 10 minutes with her before she has to go to work. You know, it sucks. I don't get to see her that much during the day because I'm working when she's home and then getting ready for her job. And then she goes to work night shift. So I try to spend some time with her, you know. Now you're saying do a post stream.
So then, but yeah, oh my god. He spends time with her in the breaks. He takes breaks, he spends time with her then. He spends time with her before the stream. They don't have breakfast together. He can't wake up early to spend time with Kat. That's what he's saying. He can't wake up early to do that. Okay.
Well, if I do a post stream has to happen before 4 o'clock. Then it has to be like 3:30. We shut down gameplay, and then I sit here for half an hour and we do a post stream, because then I'd have zero time with my wife if we had streams that were constantly running late. Um, Now sometimes on the late streams, I'm able to stick around later. Sometimes I'm not. It really depends on what's going on in my
Hey,
personal
Mr.
life.
Cutes,
If I've got a lot of
Cutesy.
shit to do behind the
Thank
scenes,
you. Thank
like
you.
last night, just a perfect example. Last night we were playing Animal Crossing. Right after I did Animal Crossing, I had to upload the videos, get stuff going. I had to shower. I had to set up all the merchandise, all this new vest merchandise on Teespring, which actually was a pain in the ass because Teespring kept having errors, which really pissed me off. I think they screwed the website up a bit because it used to be much easier to use, and now it's a lot harder to use with things not loading and errors and stuff. But I got it done, and I'm not even kidding you. I did all the stuff, uploaded the new schedule for the night. I walked downstairs, and my wife arrived home from work. It was like non-stop boom, boom, boom action until, and then she's home from work. Like, damn. I not a moment to even sit and relax. It's just boom, 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 boom.
He can't relax with his wife? I like how he makes it sound so chaotic. I have to sit down with my wife. Oh my god. How have you been? I've been pretty good, Mr. Cutesy. I've been hanging in there. A lot of stuff's been going on, obviously, with the world, but I've been hanging in there. I haven't. So yesterday, guys, this. I was playing Fire Emblem Three Houses like anyone else would. I'm at the beginning. I'm like, oh man, I'm remembering the story a little bit. I'm having a good time. I look down on my feet and I see this little mouse stare right back at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And I spent a good 2 hours trying to get this mouse. I eventually got him, but oof. Now, before anyone says anything, I don't think this mouse was here that long because there was not a lot of droppings. I looked around the basement to see if there were any droppings. I found only like one dropping, so my guess was that this mouse just kind of got in one day, and or just yesterday he got in, and did went to the bathroom for one time, then went to do his thing with me, I guess. But uh, I don't think he was here that long. I don't think he like. It's very weird. Like they're very sporadic. It's not because usually if I feel like if it was an infestation, I'd be seeing them more frequently. I'm seeing like mice like years apart, sometimes months apart, and it's usually like one or two and all this stuff. So it just kind of sounds like to me that it's just they're just coming and go. They're just coming in once in a while. Uh, my neighbors have cats, and they're outdoor cats, and they don't catch these freaking mice, man. Fucking bullshit.
So that's how my life is. It's hectic. So, but some nights it's not so bad. If I didn't have all that, if I didn't have to shower last night, if I didn't have to sit up.
Cleo's an outdoor rabbit. She's accustomed to the outdoors. This mouse is a free range mouse, dude. It must better learn its place. Yeah, I have to tell Cleo to keep her minions under control. They're getting uppity again.
Merch and stuff. Sometimes I have some extra time and I can hang out with you guys a little bit extra. Okay. So it depends. It really does depend. Um, and we'll see what happens. Some nights I will be able to stay later. By the way, I should say, the pandemic hour changes and everything out here are over. So remember I told you for a while, I was like, I'm not able to stay on the late stream anymore because my wife has to come home early from work. They ended that. So she's staying later now again. So now
I like how that's a good thing. It's such a good thing that she's out working longer. Oh man, she's working. She doesn't come home. Pretty cool, huh? And the pandemic hours are done. Now, this fucking guy literally complained about the fucking, literally complained about how they're still in lockdown. And now they're saying that the lockdown hours are lifted. Okay. Oh, by the way, dogs likes Jake's is in the cats. Is in the cats. Is in the chat, dude.
Or I need to stay a little bit later on stream. I usually can hang out a little later depending on what's going on. Okay, so it all depends on what we're doing. You know, if we're gonna do a post stream on the early stream, that means cutting out gameplay. 30 minutes of gameplay or so. If we're gonna do a post stream on the late stream, some days I can do it and some days I can't. It's very subjective on what's going on. Okay, so there you go. I Am Razor says I live in a European city. I can only watch. Excuse me. I can only watch your early parts of the stream, and the longer the pre-stream, it cuts out on gameplay. I Am Razor, I understand that, but you understand something. That's why I archive everything on YouTube. Like, I understand that not every person can be aligned with my schedule. I try as best as I can to do a variety of times. The earlier stream usually is in alignment with Europe, while the later stream usually can be in alignment with certain.
Yeah, I kind of was like thinking of getting a cat.
Okay, like that's why I split my streams the way I do. But my streaming schedule is not going to work for the entire world. It's just not going to. There's nothing I can do about that, and I apologize, but that's why it's all on demand on YouTube. All right, that's why. You can't be here for most of it. Check it out on demand on YouTube. I'm happy that you can be here for the early stream. I love interacting with you guys, but I understand I'm a person who lives in one time zone. I can't be broadcasting for every time zone perfectly, and I apologize for that. Over the years, I did shift my schedule. I used to stream much later. I used to not even stream until noon. I didn't turn the stream on until noon, my time. Now I'm streaming much earlier in the mornings.
Yeah, now he starts gameplay at noon.
So I hope you guys feel like you're getting something out of it. And, I'm sorry that I can't be here perfectly for everyone. I can't, but we'll see what happens. All right? So now, any other suggestions, guys, for the streams, for the pre-streams, etc., before we head into shout-outs here? Order 66 Survivor, would you consider it more of a podcast gameplay stream? The pre-stream is a podcast. It's meant to be. I told you guys this. I like doing this hour or so of discussion that we do before the gameplay because we get topics out of the way. You guys know what I'm doing with my schedule. Anything that I feel is important to myself or the business.
How much for the review of the way? He doesn't.
So that way, when we get to gameplay,
until noon now.
On the gameplay. Like I said, today I'm doing Mortal Kombat. Can you imagine?
If I had a cat, Stormlit Aqua, let me just say the reveal would be $50,000. Now I'll put our number there, dude.
Okay, guys, today we're checking out Shiva. Here comes 47 questions from the stream chat about this and that and this and that. Like, oh God, well now I can't even learn the character because I got to sit here answering questions for the first hour of the stream. Why'd I even bother booting the game? You see what I mean? That's the point of the pre-stream. I just think a lot of people don't get that because they don't want to think any bigger picture than, just put the game, get started with action. And I'm sorry, but I see the bigger picture as the business owner and the person who's been streaming for a long time. I see the value there. All right. Reduce the pre-stream and have a post-stream. Last week here in the United States, we had some of the most huge examples of political activism we've ever seen.
I thought you didn't want to talk about this.
And civil activism, civil unrest, riots, protests, looting, but also non-violent protesting to get a point across. It's been insane. It's been absolutely out of control this last week. It would actually have been more irresponsible for me to completely ignore what was going on and not bring it up than to actually at least talk a little bit about it, And not that I'm any kind of an authority on anything. I was just giving you guys my personal experience, my personal take. I hope you guys enjoyed it and appreciated it, and maybe some of you got something out of it. I don't know. But I'm not here as someone to stand on a soapbox and tell you this is right, this is wrong, these people are right, these people are wrong, and blah, blah, blah. It's stupid. All I can do is tell you my personal opinion and my take, and that's it. By the way, I should say this. June is Pride Month, where people of the LGBT...
I love how little he thinks about this. He always remembers to bring up Pride Month at the last minute. He does this whole pre-stream and it doesn't say Happy Pride Month. He has to be either reminded or it's like a last minute thought. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's Pride Month, dude. Okay.
plus community, and again, I apologize, that's not the proper terminology. Basically, they get to say, you know, I'm proud to be how I
He could just say Happy Pride Month. Does he really need to be like, just say Happy Pride Month, dude? I don't think people are gonna be offended if you just said Happy Pride Month.
am. And it's a month of acceptance. And we should remember that even though we've got this crazy Black Lives Matter movement going on right now, very powerful, very strong, and a very important movement, we shouldn't forget of acceptance. And we should remember that even though we've got this crazy
We should remember that even though we have this crazy Black Lives Matter, man. Whoa, what craziness, man. People protesting police violence, man. That's crazy.
Lives Matter movement going on right now, very powerful, very strong, and a very important movement. We shouldn't forget that this is also supposed to be a month to recognize those other people as well, okay? And my stance with that is very simple. Everyone has a right.
And then he has to be like, my stance. This fucking guy. Now this is virtue signaling. He is just being like, look at me, man. I'm so cool. This makes like corporations sound more genuine than anything else. Oh, what is Golden Colt saying? Because he just typed in the gays. Corporate activism so darling. Okay.
To be happy.
Whatever.
Everyone has a right to find their own happiness. I don't give a crap what your sexual orientation or your any of that is. I don't care about any. It's up to you. It's up to you to determine that, right? And you know,
it's up to
I
you.
feel that a lot of people try to enforce their thoughts and their own personal belief systems on others, and that's not right. Everyone has a right to be happy, you know, and nobody should be persecuted.
What it take? People should be happy, and people shouldn't die. Whoa! What a great take, man. That's pretty wild. Oh man, I like how Boylum says all lives matter. You know what? I had the same misconception with all lives matter, thinking, oh yeah, that's a good point. But the thing I realize about Black Lives Matter isn't that they're saying that your life doesn't matter. That's not why they call themselves Black Lives Matter. Is because they're saying that like these deaths are happening and it's as if Black lives don't matter, but they're just saying like, yeah, they matter too. I mean, is this kind of is addressing that? It's like the comic with the legs. You guy with a broken leg. He's like, oh, my broken leg. A guy says, oh man, I care about that. And then some other guy says, what about my legs? And he's stating it perfectly fine. It's like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. That was just a little thing.
Because of any of that stuff. Oh, LGBT, oh, no, that's not in our personal way of belief system. Fine, if it's not, it's not. If it's not, it's not. But don't hate on people and don't judge people and don't treat people differently and negatively because of that. That's ludicrous,
Ludicrous, dude. Like,
to each
like
their
the
own,
rapper.
everyone have fun, in life, and you have the right to be happy in life. The only time that I feel that we need to look at something seriously in a way that
It's when people are getting hurt.
It's very simple. If it encroaches on others' way of life in a harmful way, right? Like white supremacists.
Oh my god, dude, really? Okay.
Exist,
okay.
And everyone else is beneath us. Yeah, there's a problem there. That stuff needs to be examined and handled in a very different way. But yeah, that's exactly it, Lynn. That's exactly it. People trying to act and feel how they feel inside. It's not their in my opinion, it's not their fault. They're wired a certain
Yeah, I mean, they're not saying like, oh, you don't matter. They're just saying like, look, this situation is important.
Like, why is that awful? The fuck's your problem? First of all, how's it it's not their fault? They're wired a certain way. How could you blame? Oh, well, you were born a man, but you feel you're a woman. Oh, that's awful. Like, why? Why is that awful? The fuck's your problem? First of all, how's it your fucking business? And why is it your goddamn problem? Shut the fuck up and mind your own goddamn business. How about that? How about if that's happening to someone,
Oh my god,
you let them,
this feels so extra. This feels so extra. Of just be like, oh my
feel how they
god,
need to feel, you let them do what they need to do, and you shut the fuck up
man.
and mind your own goddamn business. That's always been my opinion. Like, why? Who are you to impose your methodology or your way on someone else? That's fucking stupid. You know?
No, I also like that I have a whole Theo theory on this. I feel like he's only saying this. He's only going to be saying this for Pride Month. Once July rolls in and all that, he this is going to go right out the window. This just feels like this is just extra just to please the people during Pride Month. And then after this, well, since that was really talking about. Let's move on. And that is in a level of ignorance. Now, as I said before in the past, I don't think DSP is like a malicious, ignorant guy. I just think he's just kind of a uneducated, ignorant person. Uh, Whatever. Uh, I think it's a little bit more insensitive to just kind of say all this stuff, and then once Pride Month is over, you just kind of move on and you don't ever want to talk about it. It's just whatever. It's kind of lame. This whole thing he didn't need to do.
Have your own belief system or whatever, but leave everyone else alone. And it just seems like people, oh, I'm in the right and you're in the wrong. Therefore, you can't. How dare you be LGBT? That's not allowed. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. Everyone has a right to be happy, and just because it's not in line with your personal belief of what should be, doesn't mean that it's not valid and it shouldn't be allowed. Just go fuck yourself. Go live in a bunker with people of your own belief system if that's how you are. You know what I mean? I hate that shit. I hate people who are just so close minded and oh my way or the
It's
highway.
like
Well, fuck you.
it's like he thinks that since it's Pride Month, a lot of people are going to be on Twitch that are in that community, and he's gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna say all this stuff so that they can think I'm a cool guy." Because I really doubt he's gonna keep this up for a long time. This is just a level of extra shit you don't need to do. You don't need to do this. This kind of sounds like that. Oh no, don't need
You
this.
know, and I'll be honest, in the last 10 plus years that I have been a content creator, my eyes have been open to a lot of things, and this is one of them that I just feel that there's so many people from different walks of life, and everyone has a right to be happy and not to be persecuted and not to be held as, oh, you're a fringe group, so now we treat you differently and everything. Fuck you. I hate that shit, and I will always stand up for everyone's uh I will always stand up for everyone's ability to be happy and just to be, these people are nice, peaceful people and just want to be happy. No, that's not allowed because it's not in my personal belief system. Well, you can take your belief system and shove it up your ass, and those people have a right to be happy just like you. You're not better than anybody else. That's my personal take on it, okay? So, with this being the LGBT, celebration month, we should call out that, that those people have a right to celebrate and be prideful and be happy, okay? Everyone's Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Okay, absolutely, this is the time to talk about that, but don't want to have another group of people kind of be forgotten now because we've got this other major movement going on at the same time, okay?
Oh my god, dude. The reason why Black Lives Matter is such a big deal is because it's against police brutality. Like, and that's also a movement that the LGBT can also be a part of because they also suffer by the hands of the police brutality. Like, it's kind of narrow-minded to assume that Black Lives Matter is this one intrinsic thing. It's one thing, period. But it's just focusing on an issue that has plagued people in general. Ugh. The inauthenticity of this rant is more offensive than anything an LGBT person could ever do. Yeah, like you can sit there and say a lot of things. I mean, even me, like I have my own beliefs and all this stuff. I sometimes share that, and it comes off more genuine because it's like, you know, I put a little more effort into what I say sometimes, and sometimes I think I can't express myself correctly. I do have a problem, expressing myself. Sometimes that's why I kind of dwell on things. Sometimes I never feel like I explain anything correctly, but. People have a belief system. But this is just kind of a little bit extra. You don't really need to go this far into saying that you're okay with uh, BLM and LGBT. Like, you should be okay with that naturally. You don't need to say, you don't have to announce it.
All right.
All right.
I just wanted to say that. Get that out of the way. Okay.
Get that out of the way. I gotta get it out of the way, man. I gotta get it out of the way that I support this, man. Gotta get it out of the way, man.
All right, guys. I think we've talked enough.
Sounds like he really
Let's
cares.
get to the shout out, shall we? So overnight had a couple tips that came in. One of them looks like someone was just testing the test system, and testing the test system, testing the tips system, and it did work. So thank you to that person for the dollar tip. And then someone gave me an anonymous $5 tip. You know who you are, and I'm just gonna respond. I don't know what you're talking about. No, what you're saying here, I didn't see. I have not seen or heard anything. So there you go. Because this person didn't want me to read out the specific content of their tip on stream. So I'm just answering you as generically and anonymously as possible. No. There you go.
Wow, that's not dramatic at all.
Okay. Continuing on. Cold Zero cheered. And he says, you have to tell us every day what you're going to do for that day. It's getting old, in my opinion. It's a waste of time. Are you secretly stalling the gameplay? Cold Zero, you are annoying. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. You're one of
annoying,
these people
dude.
who I'm talking about who, it's like your way of the highway. You see no value in anything but what you want. And I try to explain as matter-of-factly every day of why we need to do things like a schedule. And then you complain about it. It's annoying. All right, if I didn't do a schedule, right, and there's a schedule change, how would you know? All right, I posted up on Twitter, yeah, once at the end of every day. What if there's a major schedule change? And the truth of the matter here is, sometimes we talk about the schedule on the pre-stream. I'll be talking with you guys about it. And I'll be like, here's what I'm doing for the week. And then someone in pre-stream will be like, oh, but Phil, what about this? Did you know this is coming out this week? Did you hear about this? Or Phil, didn't you say you were doing this? It seems like you forgot about it. And then I'll be like, oh, you're right. This is great. I'm happy that we do this on pre-stream because then, I get more clarification on things that we're doing.
What?
It's a lot different doing something with a live interactive audience than just doing it by yourself. If I just wrote my schedule every night off, so that's the point. I can only explain for the cheer, but if you don't understand. All right, Respergoo has subscribed to the channel for 5 months and says, can you talk about Keemstar drama? Actually, I don't know anything about it. I've completely
Oh my god.
just don't care about it. Like I told you guys, I talked about it for like 3 days that 1 week, a couple weeks ago. And because I thought that it actually applied to me, it was pertinent to me because of what has happened with me and YouTube over the years. I have no clue what else is going on with
This
it, nor do I
fucking
give a
thing,
shit.
man.
It was just a lot of bullshit. George Floyd's murder, and I'm going to keep calling it on in the world besides COVID.
Oh,
People were so
God.
tired of over there. What was it? H3 and him. I don't give a shit. Basically what I think happened was it was just a lot of bullshit because there was really nothing else going on in the world besides COVID, and people were so tired of talking about COVID that we needed something else to talk about. And then as soon as this whole thing happened, George Floyd's murder, and I'm going to keep
The whole thing with H3 and Keemstar, it started out as Ethan talking about how Keemstar spread misinformation about their lawsuit stuff, which whatever. I mean, I think both of them are just kind of trash anyway, but I think Keemstar is like the king of trash. I can't support Keem, but it was just pretty much Ethan saying, "Hey, Keemstar's lying about stuff, and look at all the stuff that all the people that he went after, etc."
calling it a murder because that's exactly what it was. George Floyd's murder and the Black Lives Matter movement exploding across the country. I think that became just way more important, and that took over the narrative because that's something productive versus the insane stupidity of drama YouTubers arguing at each other and being at each other's throats. Right? So there you go.
So people shouldn't stand up for themselves? Okay.
Dreadnought, to me, $1.30 says, can we see T Hawk in some games tonight? Possibly. Whoops. turbo at least once every week. Like one use it against you. How is that against me? I don't know what you mean. I don't know the complicated stuff. However, I'm not good with T-Hawk. I did know I'm
What's
not.
this? I
I
was using the term
know
as
very
matter of
basic
fact
shit with him.
incorrectly.
Like one tick throw
Yeah.
setup, and that's about it. I don't know the complicated stuff with him or anything. But we'll see tonight. Last Rambo Charity says, is the manual ban emo a meme? I see that people use it against you. Well, I don't know what you mean. You mean the lean in manual ban? I created the emo. Like it was someone else who created, but I'm the one who
Wow.
put it in.
I created
How
the
is that
emote.
against me? If I approve it and condone it, how is it against me? Exactly.
They're just making fun of him
It's not
leaning
against,
in.
against
Who
me. It's a
cares?
meme. Why are people so upset about memes? As I said, memes can be harmful, but
Okay.
not all memes are bad. To relax. Tomorrow night, it's going to be Saturday. Go from there. Not that way. Email.com with your information, including your Twitch name, their name. In which case, it's an instant deletion of the email. I'm not wasting my time. That's enough. Email me with your Twitch name. I'm not kidding you. About 50% of the people who emailed me to get them banned don't give me their name. In which case, it's an instant deletion of the email. I'm not wasting my time. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Oh, what's going on, Super Blind Man? Good to
Hey,
see you.
Super Blind Man, what up,
Welcome to the
man?
stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Bad Guy 42399 did a 95-bit cheer. Said, I wonder how do you come up with the dark side part of your monikers online? And I was a fan, and I was trying to think of three shitty band out, and I still can't remember. With Star Wars, I don't P. Diaz, and
I'm just. We had enough
I
with.
don't know who Kate is. Never heard of a Kate.
What?
And that's how I came up with it. It's as stupid as that sounds.
Kate?
The Paradox Charity says, hey Phil, how are you and Kate? I don't know. I don't know who Kate is. Never heard of a Kate.
Now, see, this is the shit I'm talking about. He puts a tweet, people misread it, he shits on them, dunks on them, and humiliates them. A guy makes a typo saying Kate, and he's like, Kate, man. Yeah.
My wife's name is Kat, and we're fine. Mango Tango tipped me $1.30. He says, due to my cultural and religious beliefs, I do not agree with the practice of LGBT. We can coexist peacefully even if we
Wait,
never heard of a
what?
Kate. My wife's name is Kat. And we're
What's this
fine.
stupid...
Mango Tango tipped me $1.30. He says, due to my cultural and religious beliefs, I do not agree with the practice of LGBT. We can coexist peacefully even if we disagree. The problem is LGBT want to force us to accept their way or bully us.
The LGBT isn't trying to force their way, they're just saying, hey, we exist, stop bullying us. Oh my god. Like, do they not realize that people get killed for being LGBT by other people that are a little out there, and they're just saying, "Hey, we matter too," etc. Oh my god, that fucking tip was a bait. I have a feeling that was bait. I have a hard time buying that.
I hate to tell you this. I really hate to tell you this, Mango Tango, but that's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's not correct at all. Okay.
And now
you
you're
may
banned.
have a few people who are of that mentality. Okay. And this is the problem: is people take the people who are the bad actors, and
Bad
they turn
actors.
that into, oh well, that's just representative of the entire every single person. It's not. Bad actors should not be representative
Bad
of an
actors.
entire group. Okay. Most LGBT people just want to be left alone. They just want to have a nice life for themselves, be happy to be who they are.
Does he mean
Okay.
bad
And
apples?
that's it.
He's saying bad actors. He means bad apples. That's pretty funny. I like that. I like that. I like that one. That creation. Bad actors. Bad actors. What?
They don't want to be told that they're not right, that they're mentally ill, which they've been told, which is insane to me that people would tell someone of a sexual orientation.
I mean, technically with trans people it is that, but I mean it's not like a part that makes them like unable to live. I don't know how to describe it. I mean it kind of is a a disorder, I guess, in their mind, but I mean it doesn't affect them like in a severe way. If they, you know what I mean.
Or they feel that they're a certain gender, that's mental illness. Actually, the science of it is that we all start as one gender, we have a chance to become another gender, and there could be many fluctuations and things in there that could create different things. In reality, everyone's one or both genders. You know what I mean? Like, it just blows me away that people don't even understand science, nor do they want to fucking study it. They just want to say, well, I was told this since I was a child, and that must be the truth. Oh my fucking god. But anyway, I
Fuck you,
digress.
dude.
No,
Yeah.
most people don't want to absolutely fucking force shit down other people's throats. There are people like that, don't get me wrong. But those people should not be made representative. All right? I'll give you an example in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh god.
All right? In general, African Americans in the United States simply want the ability to be treated equally with everyone else. They don't want to walk down the street feeling like white people are staring at them and thinking that they're a dangerous criminal. They don't want to think that every time a cop comes out that the cop has a chance to think they did something wrong and beat them in the middle of the street for no fucking reason. That's what African Americans want in America. A fair shake and a chance to
Oof. Yeesh.
be treated equal. Cop comes out that the cop has a chance to be treated equally with everyone else. They don't want to walk down the street feeling like white people are staring at them and thinking that they're a dangerous criminal. They don't want to think that every time a cop comes out that the cop has a chance to think they did something wrong and beat them in the middle of the street for no fucking
Beat them. They kill them, DSP. I mean... Oh, okay.
reason. That's what African Americans want in America. A fair shake and a chance to be treated equally, not by the color of their skin and being mistreated because of that. Okay? There you go. That's the truth of the matter. Now, there are people who would be extreme and would say, no, they want more, they want this and this and this. Okay, and fair enough, there probably are people who are...
What more? What does that mean? The BLM want more. What do they? What more do they want? They just don't want they don't want to fear the police and fear that if they get called the police they might die. They don't want to feel that anymore. They want to be treated like anyone else. What more could they possibly want? What does that even mean? And for DSP to say that has some leeway is fucking bonkers. Like, oh, why does he assume generally whites hate blacks? And I don't even think BLM even think that. They're just saying that they just want people because they've been talking more about people who act upon their hatred. They're not talking about like their protests aren't against people in general. And they've been mostly talking about, like, you know, people who control these groups, like the police and the government, when they do certain things. Mostly the police. It's just ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. Ugh.
like that. But that's not representative of every single person. Same thing with the LGBT community. Are there people who are activists who are probably trying to shove this down people's throat and say, you gotta do this and this? Of course there are. But, in general,
So apparently, it's asking too much, man. For the LGBT for let's say a trans person to say, "Hey, can you say my preferred pronouns?" That's asking too much, really. Now that's asking too much for people to call them by the pronouns that they prefer. Man, that's asking a lot. Then, man, you must have a very short patience.
The LGBT community just want to have a nice life. They don't want to be persecuted. They don't want to be treated differently. It's that simple. And we owe them that they should be respected and treated like normal humans. Not treated like, oh, you're mentally ill, you're a fringe group. Fuck you. If that's your mentality, seriously, you're fucked up. You're more fucked up than anything else because you just want to have this one belief system that you think is right and everything else is wrong.
This fucking virtue signaling. Look at me, guys. I'm accepting. Fuck the haters. Oh my god. I don't even think BLM is this fucking ridiculous. Oh.
Okay?
Oh. Come on.
So, Mango Tango, you may have had personal relations with people who are trying to shove stuff down your throat and people who are trying to force things and bully for you and say you're a homophobe. It might have happened to you. Okay? And I'm not here to say that that's not a valid experience.
That's
what I'm
not
here to say is,
okay.
Don't take that.
Dude, he's being bullied for something he could choose not to be, though. He doesn't have to be a homophobe. He could just change his behavior. If that's what's insane. That people get mad. That people are like, hey man, Stop bullying me for this. You're bullying me for telling me not to say this, man. Like, if you're a homophobe, then just stop being a homophobe. Ugh, okay.
As a generalization of everyone. It's when we start taking these crazy generalizations and categorizing every single person of a group as the person who's the bad actor that
The bad
that's
actor.
really when the prejudices begin, when you really think about that. Right? So let's not do that. Man-Child Gaming Cheers says, why don't you do fan call-ins like Hate Live anymore? I haven't do a fan call-in in like 7 years. Maybe you should get over it. Casper Thought tipped me $1.30 and says, gotcha, thanks, bud. Have a good stream. Thank you very much for the tip. Appreciate that. And Percy tipped me $1 and says, what's your take on people attracted to animals? I have no take on that. I'm not attracted to animals. I know nothing about it. And I'm certainly not going to talk about it on a stream. All right.
That is a meme because his wife and his ex both have like things that are like animal related, like Panda Lee, Panda. You have Cat. I mean, I think I would argue it's more of a coincidence, I guess, but it is just a very odd coincidence.
Alrighty then. Let's do quick shout outs to those who are the top cheers of the week. Thank you to everyone who's cheered this week so far. Mature Adult is in 10th place. Seg the Pig the Game is in 9th place. Infinite 55 is in 8th. Red Spider-Man in 7th. Ninstar Rune and Golden Nobles are currently tied for 5th. Fallen Namvet is in 4th. Crapcock is tied for 2nd place with
He's
and
doing
1
this
under 0.
after Howie and
And Ace
Rambo.
Best is currently the top cheer of the week. Thank you guys for the support. Also, thank you to those who have gifted subscriptions so far. Thank you guys for your support this week so far. We check out Shiva. Very first match of the official release of
That's
Doom.
that. Let's see. What's he doing? Did he hit the vest goal? Did he hit the vest streak, guys? Let's put the iPad away. Shit, he didn't hit the vest goal yet. And he's doing online. Whoa.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like when don't play his game and don't stay in mid-range.
I kind of want to get back into this game, kinda.
Yeah, he doesn't like this at all, does he?
Oh my god, the lag, dude. Well, funny how DSP's not complaining about the lag. There's all this lag and he's not complaining once about the lag. Oh my god.
I can't do anything. I still can't do anything. Look, it's getting worse. I can't do anything to what he's doing. I can't.
There we go, finally.
With this lag.
The lag! Oh yeah, kicking above Veer too, that's pretty weird too, but that...
There's nothing I can do about any of this. There's no defense against it.
No defense, dude.
I can't even do a special move right now. I can't. Look at this. Look!
Yeah, I wonder
What a
if...
valid match. Wow, that was really fun. Thanks for wasting my fucking time, you stupid idiot.
Stupid idiot.
On a fucking wireless connection ranked match. And the funny part was, it said that was a 3 out of 4 bars connection when I started the match, too. 3 out of 4 fucking bars. Wow, what a great fucking game.
Now, I like how it thinks that, like, the connection stays constant when they show you. It could be three bars when you find the match. Then during the match, they could drop to 2 bars, and it might go back to 3. All this... all that. But,
yes, there you go.
But, that is gonna be it for this stream. I would like to say thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the $2 tip. Radman, you're very rad. Thank you for the $2 tip. And thank you, Arizona Made Gamer, for the $2 super chat. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. It was a fun stream. We learned a lot. We learned a lot about DSP and shit. But I will be doing positive content. It's not gonna be a stream. I don't know. I'll try to record one today. If not, it might be next week when I do it. Depends. But I will be streaming on Sunday on Twitch. It will be a music chill art stream, so that'll be fun. We'll listen to some tunes, do some art. It'll be a fun day on Sunday. And then Tuesday we go back to Indivisible New Game Plus. that's always a fun time. Again, thank you guys for watching the stream, watching the videos. You guys have been really helping me out through this stressful time. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and do what you must. And hopefully we'll get through this. See you when I see you. Have a good one, everyone. Have a good week, good day, good night, good everything. Later, guys. Have a good one.